at WZROnline.com/chat. Now here's your host, Ryan Clark.
And Matt Boone. What do you mean dropping change? Everybody in the chat room, what are they talking about?
Dropping change.
Dropping change? What happened?
You dropped some change to me at the UFC this past week.
Yeah. We don't even get 5 seconds into the show, dude, and you're already bringing that up?
I think that's what they were referring to, actually. No, I'll wait on it. I got a whole speech for you, buddy.
Yeah, I bet you do, dude. I've been...
little introductions, and then I want to fucking skewer you.
So, what's going on, man? We got a lot to talk about. We had Royal Rumble on Sunday night. And we had Monday night.
UFC on Fox Saturday night.
UFC on Fox on Saturday night. That's the second time you brought that up in a matter of 30 seconds. But
oh, yeah, you got damn right I did.
It's true. We had UFC on Saturday, Royal Rumble on Sunday, and Monday Night Raw last night. And
pretty big Raw last night, yeah. We got UFC this weekend, Super Bowl this weekend. We got a whole lot to talk about.
We got a whole lot to talk about, man. It's, and then we got a lot of news and rumors. It's been crazy. You know how it is after pay-per-views, you know what I mean? Where that Monday and Tuesday, you get the pay-per-view on Sunday night, and then Monday and Tuesday, you get the post pay-per-view news plus pre-Raw news on Monday, and then on Tuesday you got this radio show, you got the SmackDown, the NXT tapings, you got post-Raw news, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. But
too much, man, too much this time.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, and it's not just the normal pay-per-view. I mean, I like to look at Royal Rumble. I mean, I guess you would have to put it as the number 3 pay-per-view behind WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
I always put Rumble as number 2. I've heard people say SummerSlam is number 2, but I say Rumble's number 2.
I was thinking about that the other day, though, and when you ask, if you were to ask a casual fan, what are your big pay? Everybody knows WrestleMania. And, well, you know what? I mean, Royal Rumble is right there with SummerSlam. Actually, you know what? You're probably right. More people probably know about the Royal Rumble just because of the match itself, with the 30 guys.
The match itself, it's the build-up, it's the beginning of the build towards WrestleMania. I would say, what was the second pay-per-view? See, I'm pretty good at history, but I don't know this one. I think the Survivor Series was the second pay-per-view, and then Royal Rumble, then SummerSlam. I'm not even actually sure, but either way, I think Royal Rumble is the second most anticipated pay-per-view of the year.
I'll give you that. Anticipated, no doubt. But, I mean, it used to be the top 4. You would have WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series, right? That would be your top 4 pay-per-views throughout the year. And there's an argument to be made, like you said, man. WrestleMania, obviously, number 1. And then, number 2, Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, and then Survivor
Series. No, not so fast. No Way Out's a pretty good pay-per-view. I think WrestleMania, No Way Out, there's a debate there.
No Way Out? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
No? Or Backlash, WrestleMania, there's a debate there.
Backlash, yeah, right. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So we're gonna run. This is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna run down Royal Rumble from Sunday night. Talk about Monday Night Raw from last night. Matt Boone watched Monday Night Raw last night. Can you believe it?
That's what's more shocking, that or I'm not drunk tonight. Those are two pretty shocking statements in and of themselves. But I don't feel so much like bragging about watching Raw because I didn't see Royal Rumble, and that's, like we said, the second biggest show of the year.
Wait a minute, dude. Yeah, all right, listen. I'm happy. Number 1, I'm happy, all right? Matt Boone's not drunk tonight, and we all know my feelings on that, right? But right before we came on the air, you told me this morning, you said, you know what, dude, I'm going sober-free today. I'm not going to have any beers. And then, like an hour ago, I said, so we're going to have a sober Matt Boone on WZR Radio. And you said, well, I did drink 4 of those tall boys earlier, was your exact words.
Which is about a 6-pack, but that was a while ago, and I didn't have any. The only reason I'm not drunk is because I'm broke, by the way. I feel like I've decided to be noble this week. I had $4 left for dog food, and I decided to get beer instead, so yeah.
So he says, I've only had 4 of those tall boys, which, like Boone just said, makes a 6-pack, but I'm not drunk. Dude drinks a 6-pack and says, I'm not drunk, dude.
Do I sound drunk? I mean, I'm definitely not drunk.
No, but I'm saying most people could drink a 6-pack and get a pretty good fucking buzz.
I don't have any buzz going on. I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now, and that's that.
This dude says a 6-pack? Get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't even get a buzz. I don't even get a buzz.
Chump change. That's lightweight work. Come on.
Yeah, speaking of chump change. Chump change.
What, $30? That's change?
Get out of here, dude. We're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about UFC and what happened with the big.
I gotta tell you, man, the chat room's making me feel like I should have got drunk tonight. They're all disappointed. You know what I say? They like me drunk. I think you got it backwards, man.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? They like you drunk on live radio, and they only talk to you, or they only hear from you once a week. For the people that talk to you on a daily basis, I'm more concerned about your health rather than what a chat room full of people on Tuesday night thinks about
you gotta deliver for the people. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? They want me drunk, I gotta get drunk.
Well, you can get drunk on Tuesday night. That's not a problem, dude, but...
Oh, it's okay. Okay, so I gotta control myself. I gotta exercise self-control, basically.
They say, and look at him in the chat, Ryan Clark cares. I care about you, brother.
Oh, yeah, you care, but they care that I'm not drunk. See, what's more important, what you want or what the people want, you see?
Get out of here, dude. I'm more personal with you than these people in the chat room, and I talk to you every day, so get out of here. Anyways, me over...
Like, that guy just said the best quote of the night. He said, oh, wait, no, that guy's wrong. ESTNG69, sober Boone can be more dangerous, and I think that'll prove true tonight, because I feel like... making a little rant on you as far as gambling is concerned, and if any callers call in with a dumb accent, I'm gonna fuck your ass up.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this since Saturday night. He says, "Yo, come Tuesday, bro, I'm getting you."
No, I think it was Friday night because you only told him one half of the story. Do you want to get into it now? Because originally you cut the bet, and then you cut it a second time.
Right.
I think you only told him about the second cut and acted like it was one cut. But yeah, there was two cuts there. He pussied out one day, and then the next day he realized he didn't pussy out enough, and he pussied out even more. It's pretty pathetic, actually.
I'm going to sit, listen, I already told you, dude, and I'll tell the people in the chat room and everybody listening live, I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to take it like a man. I'm going to suck it up, dude. I know I got a verbal lashing coming for me, and I've got no defense for what he's about to say and what he's about to do to me on live round. I'm just gonna sit here and take it like a man. I got no defense.
You got no defense. There was a UFC on Fox event. It was on Saturday. There was a radio show before that on Tuesday, and on that radio show, Mr. Clark over here was so loud and proud with his backing for Mr. Michael Bisping, England's finest. He put his money where his mouth was, but then he lost some money and his mouth got a little smaller as the days went on because he said $100, $100. A giant audience full of people heard it. There's thousands of people in the army that heard this man say $100. No, that's what it was. He said, you name your, he said, I got Michael Bisping, name your price. I said, how much you want to bet? He said, $100. I said, deal, I'll take your money. Boom, it was said, everybody heard it, it was official, it was legitimate, bet was made. And then, what was it, Thursday or Friday, he comes to me and he says, hey man, I'm starting to rethink that bet. I think something's gonna. Can we make it $50? I said, all right, I'll cut you a break. You spoke up too soon on live radio. $50 it is. All right, so we got a $50 bet. So did I win $50 on Saturday?
What?
No, not. I didn't win $50 on Saturday. How much money did I win on Saturday?
What are you saying?
You're over there going, But I asked you a question. And it sounded like you said yes, and the question was, so I won $50 on Saturday, because you got the bet to $50. So I won $50, yay! Wait a minute, I didn't win $50.
No, you didn't.
How much did I win?
You won $30.
I won $30. Now why was it $30? We cut it to $50, and I won $30. Oh, that's right, because Puss Boy came to me like 10 minutes before the fight and said, hey, you know what, dude, $50 is what was it? Can we make it $25? I said, all right, we'll make it $25. He said, all right, we'll make it $30. I said, all right, $30. Basically, I was like, whatever you want to bet, I'll take your money. I know I'm winning. And, I went from $100 to $30 in about 10 minutes flat. So that's Puss Boy gambling for you. First year, Ryan Clark, host of WZR.
Now, let me... Wait a minute. Okay. So, a couple of weeks ago, right? Well, I don't think it was last week. I think it was the week before last week, right?
Yeah.
We came on here, and I set up to you like that. I said, you're going to call me crazy for saying this, but I think Bisping may have a shot. Bisping may beat Sonnen. All right, and you said, you are crazy. You are out of your fucking mind, blah, 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 blah. I said, I know, dude, I'm crazy, dude, but I think Bisping may have a shot. All right? And you said, I'll bet you $100. And for some stupid reason, I don't know why, it's live radio. For some stupid reason, I said, you're on. I said, I'll take it, $100. All right? And then
You're confident.
I wasn't really confident, but I said, dude, you just called me out on a $100 bet. I'm not backing down from this shit, dude. So I
did back down.
I took the bet.
You just backed down where nobody could hear it. That's all.
And then it went on.
And
then it went on, and last week you came on here and you brought up the bet again. You said, $100 on Bisbee, blah, 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 you're crazy. And I didn't want to back down. All right, I didn't want to back down again.
You didn't want to back down in front of the people. You wanted to back down off there like a little pussy.
Right, in front of the people. In front of the people in the chat. I didn't want to back down.
Like a little pussy. You forgot that part.
Like a little pussy. I didn't want to back down
like that.
In front of the fans of WZR Radio, right?
Yeah, you bought them Pepsis one day, and now you're backing down from bets off there. I would feel bad if I was you, too.
All right, so everybody heard the bet, and I didn't want to back down, and I was a big pussy, all right? I didn't want to back down in front of you guys. So then I saw the weigh-ins on Friday. All right, and I saw Sonnen come out, and I saw Bisping come out, and I said, wow. I said, look at Chael Sonnen. He looks unbelievable, right? I had never seen that dude in that good a shape.
I think that'll be a northern thing. Dana White says Sonnen, too. It's Chael Sonnen, but people from the north say Chael Sonnen. I don't know. Anyways, you lost the bet because you're a pussy. You were saying?
So I saw the weigh-in on Friday, and I said, Dan, Chael looks amazing, right? And this is crazy, right? So I thought about it, and I thought about it, and it finally dawned on me. I said, I watched it a couple different times, man. I replayed it, and I said, look at Chael right now, man. So I waited. I had a couple beers on Friday night. Was it Friday night or Saturday night?
You got a problem, bro. You drink beers?
I told you on the weekends if you want to go out and drink beers, but you got a problem.
So Tuesdays and weekends, just Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, no drinking. That's according to your rules.
Well, you can skip out Sunday. There's no need to drink on Sunday. It's kind of a quiet church day. You know.
You wake up from a Saturday hangover or a Saturday drinking, you got to kill the hangover. You got to drink some more.
Well, that's the problem. See, when you wake up and you got a hangover and you start drinking again, you know you got a problem.
Well, the problem is I drink too much, you see. You could drink it like a normal person, like Ryan Clark, and have a nice 12-pack maybe at the most at night, and that's a nice little night of drinking. Or you can do what I do and drink about 35, 40 beers, throw a couple shots in there, and maybe smoke a couple hits of weed, and then you get up Sunday and you need to keep drinking.
So I sat on this, right, on Friday night. I sat on this, and then on Saturday, I drank a couple beers before the UFC, all right? And I was thinking about it the night before, and I'm like, dude, I got $100 on the blah, blah, blah. And you never know, dude. You never know. It's a fight, all right? Finally, I picked up the phone, and I said, Boone? And Boone answered the phone. I said, hello? I said, Boone, I can't do this. And he said...
That's right, you did. You called. I was drunk. I forgot about it. You called me to pussy out of the
I said,
well, that's right.
So I said, Boone, I can't do this. And Boone has no idea what I'm talking about. And he says, what are you talking about? I said, I can't do it, man. You can't do what? We can't do what? He said. I said, the bet, bro. The bet that we made on WZR. I can't do it. I said, $100. I said, I just looked at Chael. He looks unbelievable. I can't do it, man. So I said, you got to cut this. You got to cut this in half, right? So we agreed on $50. And I said, I don't want to do 50. I don't want to do 50, man. I don't want to do it. So I
hung up the phone with a $50 bill in Miami the day of the fight, like right before the fucking fight happened.
So
cut it to 30.
So I said, we talked right before the fight, and I said, dude, $25. And he said, you were leading. You said okay. You said okay, but you're gonna hear about it on W. You didn't have to say okay, but you were nice. You were nice about it. And you said, I don't really want to take your money.
You're reading the chat right now. Everybody's punking you out for backing up.
Nah, dude, listen, like I didn't see this coming, bro. Like I didn't see this coming from a mile away. So, anyways, we took it down, and it was $25. And I said, dude, I'll throw in an extra $5, dude, and we'll make it 30.
Big baller, threw a $5 in there, threw a little 5 spot.
All right, so we had a $30 bet going into the fight, right? And listen, I backed down, but the moral of the story is, after the fight was over, I still lost $30, and I would have lost $100. So it's kind of.
Well, the moral of the story, you're not even including this part, which is a very interesting part.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you being a little faggy bitch for backing out of the bet.
I may have won the fight.
You probably, a lot of people think Bisping won that fight. I mean, they thought he had rounds 1 and 2. They thought he won 29-28. And I would say 90% of the MMA fans in the world thought Bisping won the fight and got screwed. So if you would have bet $100 and lost in that fashion, and if I'm you, I would have been pissed off because technically you probably should have won the bet. even though I had Sonnen win 29-28, but like a lot of people thought Bisping won 29-28.
Right.
You would have bet that much money and then pulled off the upset and then lost the decision because the judges screwed you.
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, I mean, listen, so that's how it went down, right? And I would have lost $100, but I got it down to $30, and I appreciate Boone at least offering to say, you know what, dude, I don't really want to take your $100, man, so we'll go down to $30. You agreed to do it, dude, so props to you, respect to you for that. And me, being a big pussy, that's exactly what it was, dude.
It wasn't. Don't give me too much credit. I pretty much thought I didn't have a choice. I thought you'd just back out of the bet altogether. So I was like, yeah, I'll take whatever you're going to give me because I know I'm winning. But yeah, I didn't think I had the right to say, no, you made a $100 bet. It's $100. I wasn't going to do all that. I'm not going to hold you to it. But
anyways,
people would. If I was a bookie, yeah, I would have had to beat your ass for that. So.
Anyways, but listen, I like Chael. I'm a new fan of Chael. And by the way, you said that 90% of the internet fans, blah, 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 said that Bisping won that fight. I watched that fight, man. It was a close fight, but in the end, I think Chael had it. Clearly,
the only round that was obvious was round 3, and Chael won that round big.
Right.
Not 10-8 levels. It was a 10-9 round.
Well,
Chael, the first 2 rounds,
right.
You could say Bisping won them both. I gave Sonnen the first round and the third round.
Right.
The second round, I pretty much had Bisping winning, but I could even see Sonnen winning. Because one judge even gave Sonnen the decision 30-27. They gave him all 3 rounds.
Right.
But like the old Pride scoring, Pride didn't go. Like the UFC does the Marquis of Queenberry's rules, which is boxing. They go round by round. Whoever wins the most rounds after the fight, whoever wins the fight. Pride would judge the fight as a whole. They wouldn't say, well, he won rounds 1 and 2, you won round 3, he wins because he won the first round. They would say, after the end of the fight, who won the fight? Let's be honest. Who looked like the better fighter? Who did more damage? Who came closer to finishing? Et cetera, et cetera. There's a number of criteria. And then under that scoring system, I would say Bisping won the fight because he did more damage. He came closer to finishing. He seemed more in control. But Sonnen won 2 and 3 rounds. Are you farting?
You like that? Come on, man.
I couldn't hear. It was like kind of background noise because I was
no pop, dude. No pop. Just a couple weeks ago, you were all about the fart jokes.
I didn't hear it. At the very last one, I heard like a little wet noise at the end there, and I guess you're doing some fart sounds.
Oh, I was doing the noise. I was doing the noises for it. I thought that was going to get a pop from you, but sold it. So
I didn't hear it. I would have sold it, but you do realize that I'm going to be farting all over all your fucking important speeches tonight now too. So
why's that?
Because you just farted on mine. I was supposed to get a nice little window to call you off for being a little bitch for backing out of the bed.
Right.
And you farted on it, so I'm going to fart on your stuff later.
But you can't do that because I'm producing and I control the sound clips, so nice try.
Well, I don't need sound clips. I can just make it with my mouth. I got the ability to make farts, so check it out. I'm going to do that when you're talking later.
All right, that was corny. Anyways.
That wasn't a corny fart. That was a wet fart. There's a difference.
All right, so listen, plugs. Let's get plugs out of the way, and then Royal Rumble. By the way, we'll run this down in the plugs. All right, here we go. It's been crazy busy on the websites. You guys know that. Everybody's checked in. WZROnline.com, the official home of WZR Radio. It's just crazy, crazy busy. I'm producing again tonight. Hopefully, we don't have any problems. We didn't have any problems last week when I produced, so hopefully we'll be all right this week as well. And Vendetta was doing the pre-show music. So until we can get that resolved, I guess I'll just come on here and produce on a weekly basis and then kind of play it by week, you know what I mean? We talked about UFC on Saturday night. We'll run down the card further later on in the show. How was the weekend besides UFC?
What was the weekend? UFC Saturday.
Rumble Sunday.
Rumble Sunday was crazy.
Yeah.
A typical crazy Boone weekend. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, etc.
A lot of drinking, a lot of partying. I watched UFC on Saturday night, and then Sunday was Royal Rumble, man. It just got crazy busy during the afternoon, and it's been non-stop. Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, just non-stop on the websites. You guys know, WZROnline.com. We had the Pro Bowl was Sunday night, too, but nobody cares about that.
Wait, was it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't know that. I didn't see that. Damn.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about that game anyways, you know what I mean?
I like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, well, nobody plays. They play, but they just don't...
Calvin Johnson had to have been in there, right?
Right, but they don't play hard. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a throwaway game. And it's not like...
one of the last games of the year, you gotta enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, but it's like, you know how when they do the All-Star game, right? The MLB All-Star game, and the winner of that game goes on, and for the World Series, they get home field advantage, right? And the Pro Bowl, you don't get it. Like, nothing, there's no point in the game. There's just...
They're not playing for anything, yeah.
Right, you're not playing for anything. I don't know, dude. It just seems like, I don't know.
In the NBA, it's the halfway point of the season, so it's kind of like a nice little break, and they have the fun stuff like the dunk contest to go with it, and the baseball has the home run derby to go with it. Like, the football is just like one game with a bunch of weird helmets. It's nothing important.
Yeah, it wasn't important. So that was Sunday night, and the Royal Rumble was that. And I missed Napoleon Dynamite on Sunday night. Did you download it?
I downloaded that and watched it yesterday. It was fucking good.
Was it another good one?
It was all about ligers and shit. The lions and the tigers mixed together. And all that.
Jesus, yeah. All right, good. I'll have to. You'll have to send me that, dude, because I missed that on Sunday night because we had the Royal Rumble, and then what else? Two more plugs. Actually, a bunch more plugs. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. We're on Facebook.com as well. Go to Facebook.com, do a search for WZR Army in the top navigation bar. We're on Twitter as well. Just go to WZR
Online. You know that you can make a, not to interrupt your Twitter plug, go to twitter.com/whatever, but Facebook.com, you could set it up to the URL is like Facebook.com/WZR Army. Did you know you could do that?
You do know that Facebook.com/WZR Army is our official Facebook.
So why don't you just say that? Why do you tell them to do a big search on Facebook and all this and that?
Well, we have the box. You know what? It didn't come to me until right then. But we have the little box on the sidebar of WZROnline.com, and you can click there. Or you can go to Facebook.com/WZR Army.
There you go. You just got all these generic plugs you're used to doing. You didn't really think to upgrade them maybe a little bit.
I didn't think it through. You're right. But anyways, go to WZROnline.com. All the links are on the top navigation bar, and you can get to everything right there. We got to apologize. We got to. That's gonna come on, bro. I was a joke.
The first one I did. You take it and like it. Keep talking.
Second one you did, but that's okay. Anyway.
No, I did one as an example because I didn't have a clip, and you said, "Well, I control the clips." And I said, "I the clip."
That was a horrible mistake to bring up that soundboard.
You did it. You did it, not me.
I did it. Well,
you were too embarrassed that you got your ass kicked in a bet and pussied out of it and the whole thing, and yeah, there was no corn in that part, by the way.
So we need to apologize for last week, man. We had a caller call up last week, and I guess the report came from an MMA website, and I should have known because SmackDown was in Tucson, Arizona last week, and that's a 3-hour delay or a 2-hour delay, right? And they're in Omaha, Nebraska tonight, which is a 1-hour delay, so it's not going to be that late, but doors open right about now, and then they'll start taping here in the next half hour or so. But last week we had somebody call in and said Shawn Michaels had shown up at the SmackDown tapings, and we got into a big debate about what his role was going to be at WrestleMania, and it turned out that after we went off the air, Shawn Michaels did not appear at the SmackDown tapings last week, wasn't backstage.
I don't remember this at all.
Wasn't backstage at the event, and I guess it came from an MMA website, MMA.tv, and I think that's a forum or something like that.
Forum, yeah.
So it was just, it was a caller last week. He seemed fairly confident, and he probably didn't call up to prank us or anything like that, but seemed like it was confident, and the report was up there, and he kind of passed that along to us, and it didn't happen, so... what are you going to do? It's live radio. We had a phone call, and we took his word on it, and we should not have done that. But anyways...
We did, like I did too.
We both did last week. You were pretty shit-faced last week, to be honest with you. But,
was I? I don't know last week. Sure.
And it's not like we put it up on the websites. It was on the radio show. It was live radio. Somebody called up, and we didn't put it up on the websites anyway. So, but nonetheless, Shawn is expected to play a role in WrestleMania this year, probably as an enforcer or a special guest referee for the Triple H versus Undertaker match.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it's probably still going to happen anyways. It was just he wasn't at the TV tapings last Tuesday night. And the final plug, and this is big news, man. This is big news that I've been waiting to break. Not wrestling news, but a new feature that we're going to put up on the website. And I've been talking, I briefly mentioned it to you, and I've been talking with Raj Giri as well. Raj isn't going to be here tonight. He's under the weather tonight. Shot me an email just a little bit ago. And isn't going to be able to make it tonight for
no titties tonight either, by the way. I already said that in the chat, but
no titties tonight.
No titties tonight, unless I don't have titties. I got pecs, but yeah, I can bounce mine off the phone if you want.
Why no titties tonight?
No titties tonight.
Why no titties tonight?
There's no tits here to talk. I don't know.
Drama in Jacksonville?
No drama.
No, he clearly doesn't want to get into this. So moving on, the big news that we have, right, or that I have, is every Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday.
People know the days of the week, you dumb jackass. Monday through Friday covered just fine.
So every Monday through Friday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So every Monday through Friday. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There is going to be a show at, I believe it's going to be 4 o'clock Eastern time. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to come on here. It's going to be me, as of right now, by myself, every Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern time. There's not going to be an archive, and we're going to call it whatever website you are on. We'll take WZR Online, for example. It'll be called WZR Live, EWN Live, Wrestling Inc. Live, etc., etc., etc. And it'll be a 20-minute to a half-hour show.
Wait. So you're gonna do different shows for each website?
It'll be the same show with a different...
How can you call it all those different names then? It's got to be one name, though.
It'll be Website Live is where I'm trying to go with this. It's
so you're going to go on, hey, everybody, welcome to Website Live when you come on there.
That's why I'm still working out the details with Raj and where it's going to be featured, on what websites it's going to be featured, and it may come up with a different name, but... Basically, the TMZ does a thing.
Doesn't sound like you thought that through too much.
No, it's thought out, man. TMZ does, a TMZ Live every weekday, Monday through Friday, at 4:30 Eastern time. And basically what they do is they run down the day's latest news and rumors, just the top stories, and they take some live phone calls as well. So basically... when this launches, it'll be 4 o'clock Eastern time every single day for about a half an hour. I will come on and run down that day's news. Anything posted on the main news board, especially the bigger stories, we're going to talk about them. And I'm going to open it up for live phone calls as well, where you guys will be able to call up and we'll run down and talk about that day's news only. So all the news on Monday, we'll talk about that on Monday. Tuesday, same thing. Wednesday, Thursday, blah, 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 blah. And it'll be, 20 minutes to a half an hour, and hopefully, the idea behind it is to get people to check back into the website every day at 4 o'clock Eastern time, so that if they don't want to read all the headlines, we can run it down in one radio show and, kind of...
You're going to kill all the page views and money you could make and jack up your bandwidth.
Seeing as we get thousands and thousands of uniques per day, dude, I don't think a half an hour, 20-minute... not everybody's going to be on the site at 4 o'clock Eastern time. People got to work, people got to do things. But for those that have a day off, or for those that are here... you can tune in at 4 o'clock Eastern time every Monday through Friday and get the day's latest news. And then we take some live phone calls, too. So that's the plan. Why are you shitting all over my new project, dude? It's like, you think
I don't know,
this...
you didn't tell me all the concepts behind it. It sounds a little bit stupid. A little bit.
Why do you see, you don't watch TMZ Live or anything like that, right?
I watch MMA, the MMA Hour.
Right, and that's a daily, is it daily?
It's once a week, Monday.
All right, once a week. So if it was
to Howard Stern every day.
Right, but if it was daily, you would check back in just to listen to that show every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's
I listen
the same
to the
thing.
guests. They have big names on there, so I could care less what he talks about, but yeah.
Well, it's the same thing that we're going to do, and it's a really cool new site feature, so everybody in the chat room thinks it's a good idea. You're the only one shitting on it. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, it is alright. The name's retarded because there isn't a name.
I haven't thought of the name. I just told you it's in the beginning stages. It's going to debut in the next couple weeks.
It's going to be EWN Live.
My God.
It's also going to be Wrestling Inc. Live. It's also going to be How the hell is that work? That doesn't make any sense.
That's why we haven't launched it yet, and that's why it's still in the early stages. It's coming, dude. Maybe I shouldn't have plugged it tonight. Maybe I should have just...
No, I'm just saying, like how does that even work? When you call it multiple names.
You are in fucking Matt Boone prick mode tonight, man. God damn.
Just think through, think logically with me here. Let's think logically live on the radio here right now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome to EWN Live, Wrestling Inc. Live, WZR Live, and blah, 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 live.com.
No.
How you doing?
So it would be welcome to something live, welcome to Wrestling Daily Live or something like that.
There
I could
you go.
come up
Give it a name.
Right.
It was going to be the name of the website, Live. Every website is.
The title of the post will say something like WZR Live.
Post. Okay. So
right.
You're going to call the post Wrestling Inc. Live.
The show is not.
Everybody, welcome to Wrestling Daily Live when they get in there.
No, the show's not going to basically have a name. It's going to be, hey guys, it's Monday. It's Ryan Clark. It's Monday. Let's talk about the latest news. Ooh, why does the show have to have a name, dude? Get the fuck out of here, man.
You were the one talking about the name. Now that makes
no,
sense.
You're the one dissing on the name because it's a shitty name. The show has no name.
It doesn't have a name, you just said.
Oh my god, dude. It's going to be me every weekday at 4 o'clock Eastern time.
I'm with you.
You're just shitting all the
I'm busting your balls on the name thing.
You're just being a retard. Get to the live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. I like the drunk Matt Boone better. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
I do.
So you're encouraging me to drink too?
No, it's just on Tuesday nights. Not every... the sober Boone kind of sucks, to be honest with you.
I told you he's more vicious. I tried warning you earlier.
He's kind of he's kind of a prick. I don't know. He's kind of a douchebag tonight. Anyways.
Prick can be funny, though.
Prick, douchebag, WZROnline.com/chat. Royal Rumble. That's all the plugs, right? That's,
I think you pretty much plugged everything in the world, yeah.
We are done. All right, no doubt. We'll be taking Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. I'm going to put up a thread here in just a little bit, and we'll kind of do the rundown. You know, we'll give one-word answers or one-sentence answers for people that don't. Rapid fire. WZR Radio Rapid Fire. I like that. Royal Rumble from this past Sunday night. You didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see any of it.
Didn't see any of it, no.
Didn't see
I know some, like, key notes, like Kofi Kingston did a handstand, fucking, Daniel Bryan won a cage match. I know basic stuff.
Did you see the video of the Kofi Kingston handstand or no?
No, I saw a still, on Raw they had, like, a still photograph of it, that's all I saw.
Right, yeah, no, that was,
I kind of like the thing where he went to get eliminated, but he landed on his hands or something, because, like, I remember Jerry the King Lawler back in the day, they threw him out and he landed on one foot. Right. And then he just hopped around on one foot until there was one person left, and then he climbed back in the ring and tried to cheat his way to winning.
Hey, I'm gonna take this real quick. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, this is Ryan Clark, right?
Is this Fred Cook?
Fred Cook? Hell no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Ryan Clark. What's up?
Who in the hell is this jackass you got talking on the radio with you?
Who's the jackass?
You call me a jackass, you punk bitch from Pennsylvania? Who do you think you're talking to right now? You don't come in here and call me a jackass. We're not even taking callers right now, you dumb son of a bitch. Get off my air right now. You hang up your phone, jerk off.
Whoa.
You suck at life. I don't like you.
That was interesting.
Who are you taking a caller to talk shit at me for in the middle of the show?
I have no idea who's calling up, man. I have no idea. I thought it was Fred, dude, because he's been calling. He's been calling. He calls up before the show goes live, and I thought it was him again. I thought it was the same area code. Sorry about that. Anyways, he's not a fan of you. What are you going to do?
I'm not a fan of his.
You're
him and his mother can go fuck themselves.
You are clearly not a fan of his. Good lord.
You call in here and talk shit. Who's this punk bitch? Whatever he said to me.
I love it. I wish more people would call up to say, who is this punk motherfucker on the other end of this phone call, dude? Fuck him. I wish more people would do it. I do. I wish more people would do that on a weekly basis.
Take on any caller that wants to challenge me.
Nobody's got the balls to do it. Nobody's got the balls to call up and take you on, dude. Everybody
has the balls. How does he think he feels now? He's gonna go cry himself to sleep.
Nah, I bet he feels.
Didn't tell me that he wasn't shit.
I bet he feels good because he called up and said, "Who is this punk bitch on the other?" He feels good right now, dude.
Well, he can respect that, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta respect that, dude. He had the balls to call up. All right, so Royal Rumble from this past. By the way, that punk bitch is known as Matt Boone. He's been the co-host of WZR Radio for years and years and years. But
there you go.
I learned to deal with it, and everybody else does too. You'll get to know him. You get to like him. Trust me.
Acquired taste.
So the Royal Rumble, man. I gotta tell you, this was not a this is a horrible Royal Rumble, man. Horrible Royal.
You said earlier it was one of the worst Royal Rumbles that you've ever seen.
It was one of the worst Royal Rumbles that I've ever seen, man. It wasn't. I mean, the ending was all right. The Jericho Sheamus stuff was good for the final 5 minutes that they were in there together. That was okay. But then they pulled the swerve and they had Sheamus one. I know why they did it, and we'll get into that later. But it just, I don't know. Everything fell flat, and there wasn't any major surprise names. And I had been saying that for weeks and weeks, man. That nobody that wasn't under contract with WWE was going to appear in the Royal Rumble. And I know people like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Keep in mind, he's under a Legends contract. And a few others showed up.
Did Papa Shango come in, or was that not?
No, that was a joke. They had, Great Khali, who, left WWE, but is still on very good terms and has it's some sort of deal. It's not obviously not a Legends deal. Karma, she's under contract with WWE. I mean, everybody was under contract. Road Dogg, who is under contract with WWE, works backstage as an agent. So there were some surprises, but nobody that wasn't contracted by WWE, and that's what we've been saying, or I've been saying in recent weeks here, and you said, I have a hard time believing that. Everybody was pretty much under contract with WWE who appeared in the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, there were some surprises, obviously. Karma, Road Dogg, like we just talked about, Great Khali, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Did Road Dogg do his shtick on the way to the ring? Oh, you didn't know? All that crap?
Came out with the music and all that stuff. He appeared on the Slammy Awards just a couple weeks ago, too, so it wasn't the first time that people had seen him back in WWE. They kicked things off. It was Daniel Bryan defeated The Big Show and Mark Henry. This is a cage match to retain the WWE World Title. They kept this really short, probably in part due to Mark Henry, who's been suffering from an injury as of late. The finish, it was basically Big Show and Daniel Bryan were on top of the cage, which was a cool spot. You had Big Show pretty much on top of the cage, or almost on top of the cage, and he was basically holding on to Daniel Bryan with one arm, and Bryan was just kind of dangling off the cage, and eventually Big Show couldn't hang on anymore, and Daniel Bryan dropped down to the floor and retained the title. So it was a short match for what it was. It was a cage match to open the pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan retains. Long video package. They aired it on Raw too about John Cena, and basically they interviewed fans, and it was an awesome video package where some fans said, "Look, I'm sick and tired of the corny John Cena. I can't take it. I can't stand him." And others were like, "I love John Cena." Little kids were, John Cena's the greatest. So it worked both ways. It basically, some fans hate Cena, some fans love Cena, and they did a video package based off it. You had a Divas match. It was the Bellas and Natalya and Beth Phoenix, the four of them, against Alicia Fox, Eve Torres, Kelly, and Tamina. Typical Divas match. Again, this was another really short match. And it was just, come on, dude, it's a Divas match. You know what I mean?
When is a Divas match not a typical Divas match? It's always a typical, it's something to look at and get excited about. Oh, there's some titties on my screen. Great.
I'm going to take this one, too. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Yeah, I think Stone Cold Steve Austin should take on Undertaker one WrestleMania.
Steve Austin and Undertaker at WrestleMania. It doesn't look like it's going to happen after last night's Raw. By the way, for those calling in, I thought that was Fred again too, dude. I thought it was, man. He called from that same area code, but it could have been. Who knows? Anyways,
No, I know his voice. Neither one of those was Fred Cook.
Yeah. He got the Southern accent, does he?
He sounds like a fat guy. You can tell it's him.
How does a fat guy sound?
Sounds like Roger's got like the big cheek sound and voice,
Yeah.
Fat guy. You know what a fat guy sounds like. Listen when what's your face calls later. Oh, jeez.
Oh no, that's so horrible. So listen, for those calling in hour number one, we're gonna save phone calls for hour numero dos. So after the commercial break, we'll come back, we'll open it up, and whatever you guys want to ask regarding, Royal Rumble, news, Raw, whatever you want to talk about, we'll do it in hour number two. So you had your Divas match. Zack Ryder, who was basically destroyed by Kane the previous week on Raw, returns at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. He's in a wheelchair, and he's got a neck brace on, and Laurinaitis walks up and says, "I got a special room for you tonight, and anything you need just be sure to ask me. So Laurinaitis is kind of playing up. Obviously Triple H was coming to Raw. He was going to get a job evaluation last night on Raw, so that's what happened.
He was getting his ass kissing before then, or?
Speaking of ass kissing, they almost did that last night on Raw.
They almost did the Kiss My Ass Club, yes.
They almost had it. You had Eve Torres came up here, and she's pissed off at Laurinaitis for the way that she's put Zack Ryder in harm's way and blah 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 blah. God, these phone calls are crazy tonight. Cena
answered them.
John Cena, yeah, but I just got them telling people, man. Hour number 2, we'll take the rest of them in hour number 2. Kane and John Cena. This went to a double count out. They went backstage, started out in the arena, they went backstage, and Kane was just basically killing him with chair shots, and then he noticed, just so happens to be that Zack Ryder's dressing room, the dressing room that John Laurinaitis earlier in the night had said that I've got a dressing room set up for you, this is all for you. Just so happens that Kane and Cena fought to that exact location. What a coincidence, right? So Kane went in there, Zack Ryder's in there in a wheelchair, and I wheeled him through the arena, through the backstage area, and out to ringside. Eve came out and basically pleaded for him to leave Zack Ryder alone. What is this?
What is what?
I got breaking news for you guys right now.
Let's get some breaking news going.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I believe...
Give me a hint, will you?
A big WrestleMania match.
Alright.
No, that's not... Never mind. It's not breaking news. Get out of here. Sorry about that. Somebody sent me an instant message, and they said Zack Ryder versus Kane in an Inferno match at WrestleMania. And I said, is this confirmed? And he said, no, just my prediction. LOL. Get the fuck out of here.
Even if it was confirmed, I still wouldn't classify that as breaking news. I like ESTNG69. That's my guy from the chat tonight, I think. He said, WZR exclusive, : Never mind.
I fucked up, man. What do you... Come on, dude. It's like the Shawn Michaels
thing. $100 that it's breaking news, or $30, or...
Well, that sounds... I mean, come on, dude. All right, dude. Listen. How many more times are you gonna do it? It's corny. It gets... Yeah, but it gets...
I referenced the bet, and then I farted on it.
It gets cornier every time you do it. Like, the first... Listen, when I did it...
It's supposed to be corny. That's the whole
No, but it's still... Like, you don't have the soundboard or any... It's just corny, dude. Making fart noises on live radio. Come on, dude. It's corny.
You started it.
I did start it, dude, and I'm trying to end it, and I've been trying to end it the last 3 times you did it, but it keeps happening.
I bet you $100 I do another fart before the end of the show.
I'm not taking that bet. Because I know that it's probably going to happen 10 more times before the end of the show. And every time it happens, it's going to get cornier and cornier and cornier.
No, that's poop. There's corn and poop, not farts.
Well, that was corny, too.
You can have farts that smell like corn. That's possible.
Boy, you are just getting cornier by the minute, bro. You are just getting cornier by the minute.
The WZR word of the week, folks. Corny.
Corny. Matt Boone, corny. 3 words of the week. What happened?
Corny. Yeah, that's 3 words. Okay.
Matt Boone, corny. That's 100%. That's fact, brother. That's fact.
Yes.
After it was over, Kane comes out, or, Eve came out and was basically pleading with Kane, leave Ryder alone, and John Cena eventually comes out and makes a save, and it looks like the feud between Zack Ryder and Kane continues. Another John Cena video package aired. Drew McIntyre, who was fired, I mean, it's like... For the last couple months over on SmackDown, man, he's been fired and then rehired, and then fired and then rehired, right? Drew McIntyre, who was fired, I believe, last week or the week before on SmackDown, came out for a match at the pay-per-view. So not only is he not fired, he's got a pay-per-view match at the Royal Rumble against Brodus Clay. Obviously, you knew what was going to happen there. Basically, they're putting these jobbers up against Brodus Clay to try to get him over. Brodus Clay comes out.
Call my mama. Somebody call my mom. I got to hear that last night. I thought that was cool. The old Ernest the Cat Miller theme song.
Right. Brodus Clay comes out, defeats Drew McIntyre. It's just a complete squash here. And again, dude, you don't pay $49 to see shit like this on a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? It's like, hype a match that somebody gives a shit about for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But don't have Drew McIntyre and Brodus Clay on, of all pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble. I mean, it's not like a Backlash or a No Way Out or a blah, 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 blah. It's the Royal Rumble, dude. You don't need this on the Rumble pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Backlash and No Way Out, I mean, those are as big as WrestleMania, so you wouldn't want to do it on those either.
We got done talking about that just a little. You are absolute Backlash and No Way Out, just as big as WrestleMania. Absolutely right, Matt Boone. Absolutely right. We had CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler. Laurinaitis came out before the match and said, in the interest of fairness, he's going to bring in a referee instead. John Laurinaitis obviously was supposed to be the special guest referee here. He is now basically an outside enforcer, if you will. He'll be the one, the referee will be the ones making the count, and Laurinaitis will just be on the outside. Early on,
why they did that, I guarantee you I know why they did that. And I don't know nothing until you just said it. That's the first I've heard of that.
Why?
I bet Laurinaitis is not athletic enough to drop down and do 3 counts like 20 times in a match. Like, he's probably got bad knees and he's old and he can't drop down real quick and do the 1, 2, 3. You know, he can't do it.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. And there was a segment, you know, a couple weeks ago on Raw where, who was in the final segment? It was Mick Foley, right? And Laurinaitis went to throw a punch, dude, and it was ungodly bad, dude.
I didn't see that. No,
it was horrible. Yeah, he went to throw a punch.
I thought he hit him with the microphone.
That's what it was, a microphone punch.
Yeah, I saw
dude.
that. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was towards the end of Raw. That's how it ended. That's when he cut that promo and he said, you know what, I'm sick and tired. I've had enough. I'm not gonna take this anymore. Blah blah. You know what? I'm gonna screw CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. Blah 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 blah. It was during that promo. Punk won clean with a GTS. He actually won 4 different times during the match. But John Laurinaitis would, you know, they did a ref bump, and John Laurinaitis would have the ref distracted. Blah 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 blah. And eventually it came down to CM Punk hitting the GTS. So this is a good match for what it was. And on paper, going in, I mean, you're thinking CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler, probably 2 of the best workers, at least on Raw, right now. I think Ziggler, I mean, if they continue to push Ziggler, he's the next big thing in WWE. It reminds me, and a lot of other people, of, you know, like a Mr. Perfect Jr., you know,
Billy Gunn, yeah.
Or Billy Gunn. I mean, Mr. Perfect made it a lot further than Billy Gunn, but I mean, you see where I'm going with that, you know. So
he's a good worker, yeah.
He's a great worker.
How's his promos? I never really heard him cut a promo yet, I don't think.
He cut one. What was it? 2 weeks ago. It was him, CM Punk, and Mick Foley. It was at the start of the show. Remember at the start of the show you had CM Punk?
Last week, I think. I skipped through it. I listened to Punk's part, and then I skipped all that crap.
Well, they opened Raw. It was CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, and Mick Foley in the ring, and then they closed out Raw the same way with Ziggler, Punk, and Foley. So it was during that. But the opening segment of Raw a couple weeks ago, he cut an awesome promo, a great promo. You know what I mean? This doesn't have bass in his voice. Sounds like a little kid. You know what I mean?
He looks like Dennis the Menace.
He looks like Dennis the Menace?
Yeah, if he grew up and became a pro wrestler.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like Jack Swagger.
And then, after the world title match, it was time for the Royal Rumble.
How was the Royal Rumble? I was in the middle of lighting a cigarette, I'm sorry.
You are dead tonight. What's the matter, dude? What's the matter tonight, Matt Boone?
There's nothing the matter. I'm doing a radio show. What do you mean, what's the matter? I got a party.
You sound depressed. You sound disappointed. What's the matter?
I'm depressed.
There's no Tiffany here tonight, dude. Is that what it is, dude? You disappointed?
There's no alcohol here tonight. If you want to get honest on the radio, that's what's going on.
Well, there's no alcohol. There's no tits. There's no Tiffany. There's, you know.
I like tits and alcohol. Yeah, there's none of those here right now.
None of those. Well, geez, what a change in pace for Matt Boone.
It takes a little bit of the wind out of your sail.
It does, I can tell. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. So, the Royal Rumble. They kicked it off. We knew that Miz was coming in at number 1, right? They announced that the previous week on Raw. Number 2 was Alex Riley, which I like the way they started it off. You know what I mean? Alex Riley and The Miz. The old feud, right? No doubt. So Riley comes out. He's immediately eliminated. Randy Orton was out there, but he was only in the match for like 5 minutes. And they were in St. Louis. You know, his hometown of St. Louis. So
interesting. Did they have a match, like a singles match, too?
No. That was it.
No Orton singles match. So he just had 5 minutes in the Rumble in his hometown. That was it.
That was it. That was it.
Eliminated.
He was, we've got it up on the website. I would have to go back and look for it. I don't remember who eliminated Orton.
It was just a casual elimination. Usually when a big name gets eliminated like that, there's like a big gimmick tied to it, like a storyline they're going to play off of.
Well, they did the, who was it that,
Jericho, everybody says.
Kofi Kingston and The Miz, and then they did the rematch on Raw. Was it Jericho? Yeah. Orton wasn't in there for long. There was a lot of comedy, dude. Just a lot of comedy spots, you know what I mean? They had, like Mick Foley and Santino got into it, and it was a battle of, Mr. Sacco against the Cobra, right?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, stuff like that, man.
Mick Foley's still a jerk-off. Like, why are they doing that with him? I don't get it, man. He could be, like, a cool GM, or, like, that should be the new GM if they're going to get rid of Johnny Ace.
The final two in the match were Chris Jericho and Sheamus, and pretty much everybody thought that Chris Jericho was going to win, right? Chris Jericho was going to win the Royal Rumble, and then eventually he would have to pick a champion, whether it would be CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, and then everybody expected him to come out and pick CM Punk, so you would have the Chris Jericho and CM Punk feud, and obviously, you guys saw Raw last night. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to have Chris Jericho win the Royal Rumble. And not only that, but when you think about it and look into this a little bit deeper, over on SmackDown, you've got The Big Show, who recently suffered an injury. You've got Mark Henry, who is working through an injury, and you've got Daniel Bryan as your 3 main eventers, okay, over on SmackDown. And basically, for the past couple months, you've seen the same main events on pay-per-views between the 3 of those guys. Obviously, you got Christian coming back pretty soon, too. He was backstage at the Royal Rumble, but they didn't use him. We'll see what happens on SmackDown tonight, but he's ready to be back, right? But if you don't put Christian in the main event, you've got the same 3 guys. So by having Sheamus win the Royal Rumble, it automatically elevates him. Not that he wasn't already there, or on the verge of being in the main event picture over on SmackDown, right? He was pretty much there already. But by having him win the Royal Rumble, now he goes over to SmackDown, and then he challenges for the world title, right? And that adds life to the main event picture. And then you bring Christian back as well, and then instead of having the 3 same guys, you've got 5 guys over on SmackDown with Sheamus coming off a big Royal Rumble win. And then, as far as Chris Jericho winning, obviously they didn't need to have him win last night or win Sunday night because they followed up on Raw where he came out and attacked CM Punk anyway. So you're still going to get your Chris Jericho-CM Punk match at WrestleMania. And that match will happen at WrestleMania because at the Raw Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, you've already got CM Punk and Chris Jericho in the Elimination Chamber match itself. So it's not like you can rush that. Some people were saying, well, how do you know that Chris Jericho versus CM Punk isn't going to happen at the next pay-per-view, which would be Elimination Chamber? Well, you know that because they're both in the Elimination Chamber match. So
yeah, they started the feud last night at Raw. What will probably happen is Jericho will take the belt of Chamber, and then Punk will chase it into WrestleMania. And then they'll have like a nice 62-day, I happen to know the days because they did the countdown for WrestleMania last night, 62-day build-up
right.
for a big-ass Jericho-Punk match at WrestleMania, so it's good.
Right, and then, listen, going back to Sheamus winning the Royal Rumble, you're going to have Christian coming back, Randy Orton just came back. The main event picture over on SmackDown's been dead. It's been the same 3 guys. So this shakes things up, and it still gives people what they want with Chris Jericho and CM Punk. So it's not, it's not all bad. It's not all bad what they did at the...
The glass is half full.
The glass is half full, man, and everything's working out. From what we told you guys a couple weeks ago, Undertaker versus Triple H, they set that up on Raw last night. And Chris Jericho, CM Punk. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. And then the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, you would guess that it would be Daniel Bryan, Big Show, Mark Henry, Randy Orton,
maybe Christian.
Maybe Christian if he returns, and maybe Wade Barrett would be the other guy. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, Wade Barrett too. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so they're set. You know, especially with a lot of guys coming back from injuries, and maybe they'll take Big Show out of the match, out of the Elimination Chamber match. Cody Rhodes is another possibility. We'll see what happens at the SmackDown tapings tonight. So that was Royal Rumble. School letter grade. I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I guess a C- or a D plus. Can I do a D plus?
You can do a D plus if you want. Yeah.
That's not a real school letter grade though. D plus.
Yes, it is. D plus.
When have you ever got a D plus on a paper?
You can get a D plus.
Yeah, but when do you ever get a D plus on a paper? Come on.
When you barely get what do you mean when you get a D plus? When you get a D plus something.
Has anybody in high school ever had a D plus on a paper at school?
You get a D plus.
No, you get a D or an F, man. You don't get like an F plus or an F minus or a D minus.
Yeah. You can get an F minus and an F plus. Of course you can.
You don't get a D plus, dude. You get an A, B.
Yeah. As long as it's a high F, it's an F plus.
You go up to the C's, dude. You get the C plus and the C minus. Once you get into D's or F's, you drop the minuses and the
now,
pluses.
Explain the logic behind that, because you're not going to make any sense here. If you can get a C plus, why can't you get a D plus? What is a C plus? Answer me that question.
A C plus is better than a C, almost a B minus.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
It's almost a B minus.
C plus, not almost a C minus. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about once you get into D's and F's, you drop the minus and the pluses, dude. You get the A, B, C's, you add the plus, you add the minuses. But a D plus or a D minus, get the fuck out of here. You don't know. That shit don't happen. Get out of here. I
don't think so.
I said get out of here. Anyways, WZROnline.com. Oh, man. What is wrong with you? Spice up. Come on. Put some pep into that. Listen, live, baby. Live. Yes, live, baby, live.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there we go. Let's fire you up a little bit, man. What do we got to do? We got to go to the break, huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm excited, actually.
Yeah? What are you doing at the break?
Nothing. I'm going to take a piss and sit here.
So you're excited for nothing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't have to talk for a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Monday Night Raw from last night. I guess we should save that for the flip side. What do you want me to play during the break? Oh, you know what? Plug my Facebook for the rapid fire.
Brodus Clay's theme song.
I was going to do, I could do the Triple H segment that aired on Raw last night, The Undertaker's Return. I could do that.
A lot of that's just staring, though, but unless you're going to do the Laurinaitis stuff, too.
Well, it's a promo. I could air the promo, Triple H, and then The Undertaker comes out and returns. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, there's not a lot of talking there, but you play what you want to play. Everybody check out Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. You can also, as we learned earlier in the show, you can go to Facebook.com and you can do a search in the top navigation bar for Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get there, you'll see a top post. It'll ask you for rapid-fire questions and comments about tonight's show. I got a feeling I'm going to take it on the chin in that segment tonight. A lot of shit talking towards me. But go to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
All right, we are
slow this week. He's still going. All right.
No, I was listening to you rant, dude, and I'm still typing it. So, anyways, we got to go to plug it one more time.
Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get there, we're asking for your questions. We're asking for your comments. We're asking for your feedback. It's WZR Radio's Rapid Fire with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
There we go. All right, we got. I guess they want the Brodus Clay theme song during
catchy,
the.
Man.
Is it catchy? I think I got that on here. It's in here somewhere. We can play that.
I've got it. Somebody call your mama and get it for you.
I don't think I have it, to be honest with you.
Really? You can't just YouTube it?
I got it. There it is. All right, so we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw from last night. It was a really good show last night. We'll run that down. We'll get into UFC from Saturday night a little bit more. We'll take your live phone calls. We'll do the rapid fire segment in hour number 2. And whatever else you guys want to talk about. You're listening. I'm going to do Brodus Clay and then some cranberries, brother.
You going to do a little zombie?
Zombie? You want zombie? We'll do zombie.
I like zombie, yeah.
All right, we'll do that. All right, so here we go. Here comes Brodus Clay. You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this. production. Check this out. Watch. See? And then we talk over the top of this, right? We could do the show just like this, man. Just kind of go with it. Can you hear that?
A little background music. Yeah.
All right, a little background music.
And Seamus Iowa in the chat room. He likes his shout-outs. He says DJ Ryan. There you go.
We'll just do the background music. We'll do hour number 2 like this. We'll take live phone calls. We'll do it right?
I don't even hear it, so.
You don't hear it?
That's cool.
You can't hear that?
Yeah, Mudgeman in the chat says fresh.
Get out of it. Anyways, so what's going on? We got a live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. Once again, WZROnline.com /chat. Get there, lots and lots of people. We're 10 away, man. If we can get 100 people in the chat room tonight, that would be awesome. And there's a ton of people that listen on the live stream, but they don't come to the chat room for some reason. It's a good time in here, man. Lots of people, over 100 different people in here, close to
Great friends, lots of fun, good Thursday nights.
Talk some pro wrestling, make some friends up in here, you know what I mean? WZROnline.com /chat. Get there. We're going to talk Monday Night Raw from last night, and then we'll get into your live phone calls and the rapid fire segment from Facebook.com /Ryan Clark WZR. Go to Facebook.com /Ryan Clark WZR. You'll see the top post up there. You can comment, just ask a question or a comment, whatever you want to talk about. We'll do a rapid fire segment later on in hour number 2 where we'll just kind of give you one word answers or one sentence answers, you know what I mean, and we'll kind of do it from there. But listen, before we get to all of this, okay? During the commercial break, and I want to redeem myself a little bit, all right, and show these people that, you know what, I can be a nice guy.
Sometimes you can be a nice guy.
Sometimes I can, and I'm about to be a nice guy right now. So check it out. In hour number 1, Matt Boone came on here, and he's like, yo, we had a $100 bet, blah, 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 blah. You took it down to $50, and then it went to $30, blah, 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 blah.
Everybody's expecting soda in the chat room. You're giving them a little piece there, man.
No, it has not. I told you I was going to be nice to you.
You didn't say me, okay.
Not the people in the chat.
Me.
So, you know, he said...
I think I know where you're going with this. You're a fucking good guy, but no, everybody in the chat room is expecting soda.
So he says, you know, and then we got it down to a $30 bet, and I'm a big pussy, and I'm a big asshole, blah, 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 for backing out.
No matter what you do, you're still a big pussy.
I'm still a big pussy, blah, 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 blah. So, during the break, all right, I'm talking to Matt Boone through the instant message thing that we got up here, and Boone says to me, let me get this up.
Read the exact words. I don't care. I know what you're going to do.
He says, that cig you heard me light up.
Just take the name out of the last one.
I got you.
Okay.
I wasn't going to bring that up anyway.
Okay.
So he says... Right, that cig you heard me light up was my last one, so I'm going to start nicotine fiending on live radio.
Actually, during my break, I went and got every cigarette butt I could find in the house. I'm smoking a Marlboro Black right now, no menthol, but there's a couple drags on it, so I'm all right.
So then he continues on here. He says, I'm sober, without cigs, and got drama, blah, 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 not feeling so good, LOL. So, and Boone doesn't know I'm doing this, I'm going to come on here on live radio, and after we go off the air tonight, I'm going to send my man $50 so he can go out and get himself some cigarettes, some beer, and whatever else he wants to get. So, if we
can't do that till tomorrow, by the way.
You can't do that till tomorrow? Well, tomorrow morning when you wake up, and I know it'll be the first thing tomorrow morning.
It'll be the first thing I do.
It'll be the first thing tomorrow morning. I'm going to send this guy $50. Why? Why, you ask?
I do ask why.
Because I care. I care, and I feel bad. I feel bad for the bet. I really do. But it makes me feel better that if I send money for cigs and beer, it's better than losing a bet on Michael Bisping losing a fight. So I feel better.
That makes me feel... I went on a 20-minute rant about how you didn't pay your bet. Now you're actually paying it, so now that rant was unnecessary as hell.
See how I turn that around? Make you feel bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised me on live air with a giant fuck you.
Yeah. A giant fuck you, but he loves every second of it. So we're good, right? We're right back. See, I am a nice guy. Everybody called me an asshole, a pussy in the chat room earlier. I send this man $50 so he can go out and get some cigarettes and beer. and I'm no longer a pussy and an asshole no more.
Okay, let's see. I was going to say, everybody in the chat room, what's 50 plus 30? The last time I checked.
Right, and then you've got a $20 fee from what we said.
You will be paying a full $100 bet then.
So I paid the full $100. I just had to do it in a different manner than betting on Bisping to basically lose a fight, which is what happened. So anyway.
You should have won, though. That's the sad part.
I should have won. So I'm gonna say, did I redeem myself? Are we okay? Are we back?
I think we're squared away now. Yeah, I was not really that worried about it, but I will take it nonetheless.
Well, listen. Listen, a man without his cigarettes, and listen, cigarettes is a bad habit. Smoking is a bad habit. I'm trying to quit.
I'm a heavy smoker, too. Everybody that knows me, I smoke 3 packs a day, bro. I'm quite bad.
Oh, no, dude. What?
You think I'm lying? 3 packs of Newports a day.
Yeah, but I smoke a pack a day, man. But you're 27 years old, 26, 27 years old, man.
27 going on 28.
Are you worried about your health, the liver?
No, I could give 2 shits.
The liver and the lungs, you know what I mean, dude? You're not worried about that?
I'll be out of here by about 40. Don't worry about it.
I'm thinking by the time you're 40, you'll probably be out of here at that pace. 3 packs of cigarettes a day, my man, plus beers? Come on now, man. Your liver's probably saying, what the fuck? And your lungs.
My liver's crying every day.
And your lungs.
I tell it to shut up. I got shit to do. Yeah.
You hawk up a fucking loogie in the morning when you wake up? I can imagine.
Like the first cigarette I smoke. I smoke while I get up to take a piss while I'm sleeping.
Right.
And I'll lay down and smoke a cigarette before I go back to sleep. But the first cigarette I smoke in the morning, I cough like a madman. It's pathetic.
I told you this a couple weeks ago, man. One of these days, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say, hey, guys, this is Ryan Clark. Matt Boone is no longer with us, and I'm going to cry.
You'll probably still be doing the show whenever it happens. So that announcement will be made one day. Everybody stay tuned.
No, yeah.
It'll be a historic moment.
I will be a mess. I will be an absolute mess if that were to happen. If I ever had to come
on the radio,
I would bawl my fucking eyes out in front of the WZR.
Don't say that. That makes me feel bad. See, nobody's supposed to cry. Nobody's supposed to carry you.
Yeah, I would bawl my eyes out. Well, I said the same thing for Big Chatty, dude, and then he passed away, and it was, whoa, man. You can't hold it back, dude. You know what I mean?
Shit hit you. I don't know. When Ron went, fucking forget about it. When Ken went, fucking forget about him. Jamie Hall went, fucking forget. I could list more names if you want.
No, I couldn't. I could not deal with that. So we need to hear for a long time to come, dude. So lay off the liver, dude. Lay off the lungs, dude, and we can keep you here
I can guarantee you about another 13 years at least. And that's if I fucking continue smoking, drinking, and doing whatever else every single day of my life. I still got 13 more years. No matter what abuse I put myself through.
Where do you get 13 from?
Because I'm 27, you had 13. I don't expect to live past 40. I had 2 father figures, right? They both died at 40.
Right.
One was 37, one was 41. I expect to go around 40.
Right, but you've got a father that is still alive, and he's about...
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Right, well, there you go. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the guy, but I met him once.
Well...
He was alright.
Yeah. Anyways, alright, here we go.
You want to depress him some more, or you want to talk about
No, we're getting back into wrestling. Monday Night Raw from last night. And then, like I said, guys, taking your live phone calls. We're doing the rapid fire. And whatever else you guys want to talk about.
We can talk about Diaz Condit a little bit. That's a big-ass show. And the Super Bowl, we haven't even mentioned it yet. We talked about football all season, and we're going to skip the biggest game of the year. I don't know.
I'm producing. We can go all night long, man. We ain't no time limit on this, so we're good.
All right, let's do it.
So Monday Night Raw last night. What'd you think, man? Top to bottom.
I actually enjoyed the show. I'm not lying.
I got to be honest with you, dude. It was, coming off the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble was not a good pair. I mean, the only match on Royal Rumble was probably Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk that was any good. I hated the Royal Rumble match. I mean, it had its ups and downs, but for the majority of it was just stupid comedy, and it wasn't a good Royal Rumble match. But Monday Night Raw last night, man, really good show from top to bottom.
I thought the ending segment fucking sucked shit until The Undertaker came out. That saved it. I was like, they're going to end on this stupid bullshit Triple H doing his little goofy comedy businessman routine, and Johnny Laurinaitis with his cheesy smile. Sure, General, interim general manager of Monday Night Raw, and executive vice president of fan relations. They need to get that guy off my TV. I'm tired of watching him. It's Deuce Chill Central. Actually, I downloaded it and watched it today. But if you recall, at some point last night you told me to turn it on. I was drunk. I don't even remember why you asked me to turn it on. But I turned it on, and I had a whole fucking house full of people sitting here watching wrestling.
Right.
And I remember it was during the Mike Tyson Hall of Fame announcement because everybody knew who Stone Cold was. They saw the Stone Cold Tyson showdown. They're like, oh, what happened to Stone Cold Steve Austin? So everybody knows him. But yeah, there's Deuce Chill Central moments where you're watching wrestling in front of friends and you're like, God, this is so embarrassing. And Johnny Laurinaitis is the king of those segments.
Well, Vicky Guerrero, Michael Cole.
And Michael Cole, yeah, there's a couple of them.
Listen, in the chat room, what did you? We'll go back to the Royal Rumble real quick. A lot of people are saying they love the Royal Rumble pay-per-view.
When you asked them earlier, it was cool. A lot of people were saying, yeah, it was a really good show. I didn't see it, so I can't weigh in.
Really? I thought it was horrible. Put feedback in the chat room. Loved it or hated it, and we'll go see. I mean, I guess it's 50-50, right?
It seems split. There was a lot of people liked it. A lot of people agree with you though too.
Yeah, I've just seen Royal Rumbles in the past, man, where bigger surprises, bigger names, and I don't know. It didn't do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Split.
So listen, Raw opened up last night, right? Yeah, Daniel Bryan come out, or no? I'm still on Royal Rumble. Whoops.
Yeah, Raw opened with Laurinaitis coming out, I think.
Yeah, Laurinaitis comes out, and then eventually CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus come out, right?
Yeah, the CM Punk stuff was great, I thought. His promo was really good.
Well, Laurinaitis comes out, right, and he's shaking hands with the fans, and he's acting all, blah, 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 blah. I got my performance review tonight, so he's trying to be all nice. He grabs the mic, and, he admits to making mistakes in the past and says that everything's going to be okay, and everybody makes mistakes. He puts over Triple H as a friend and said that he was confident that later tonight he would be retained as Raw General Manager. He announces a number of matches for the show. He says Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. Beth Phoenix versus Eve Torres. Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton. And Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk in what was billed as a first-time ever match. Which, God, take it from me, Ring of Honor, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. I don't even think it's their first time ever in WWE, is it?
I wouldn't know that. I mean, I would assume at a house show or a shitty TV a long time ago they wrestled, but I don't know for a fact.
They said, last night Laurinaitis said it was their first time ever on a match against each other. Apparently that's true for WWE, but good Lord.
Well, that can get away on technicality because when it was in Ring of Honor, it was CM Punk versus Bryan Danielson, not CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. So
yeah, that's a good point. So CM Punk eventually comes out right after Laurinaitis makes all these matches. He announces the Raw.
When did they start the Daniel Bryan vegan gimmick? When did that happen?
Well, they've done the thing with PETA. PETA's been all over him. They just named him, he's an animal lover. He was the top athlete that, believes in animals and doesn't eat animals or eat meat. And they brought that up a couple different times on WWE television. Eventually,
steaks like it's going out of style, and I never hear a cow scream once in my life. I love steak.
Oh my God! Did you see the photo that I had for dinner tonight, man?
No, I thought it was like a sandwich or something. What was it?
Oh my God! Hold on a minute. Let me send you this photo.
I saw the other day you had like a sub and a bag of chips and like some fruity drink or something.
Check this out right here.
What we got here?
This was my dinner from earlier tonight.
I don't have any food either, so don't rub it in. What we got? Oh man, that looks good.
Oh,
what is that?
Man.
It's fucking like a homemade taco salad kind of thing?
Let me tell you what's on there. And if you haven't seen my dinner, you can go to Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR. Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR and a photo of my delicious dinner that I had right before we came out.
Barbecue Fritos on there instead of tortilla chips?
Let me tell you what that is, man.
You tell me what that is.
We have a tortilla shell, right?
Soft shell.
Soft taco. We have sour cream on the bottom of that. Love me some sour cream. You've got the taco meat is in there. You've got
God damn, that looks good.
You've got cheese sprinkled over the top.
Melted?
And melted cheese sprinkled over the top, right? It melts because the burger's hot. Anyways, and then on the top we've got chili cheese Fritos, bro.
Ooh. Oh, nice flavor. Nice little punch of flavor. Did you roll them up and eat them, or did you just cut it up?
No, I rolled them up into a big... That was before I rolled them up, dude. And then
man.
I rolled them up, man, and you crunch into that. You've got the chili cheese Fritos on top. Oh, my God.
That's fucking pretty clever. We had tacos the other night. We usually do soft shell and hard shell, and I eat some of both. But I never thought to put Frito. Barbecue. I would do barbecue, not chili cheese.
Barbecue works, too. Yeah, no doubt.
That's a good idea. I like it.
I gotta tell you, dude, try it. Just try it. It
looks fucking tasty as shit on the picture, so I might have to try that.
Oh, it's fucking...
I'm a picky eater, as you know. I think you are, too. Like, you eat plain cheeseburgers and shit, right?
Right. Everything's gotta be plain, dude.
Yeah, me too, but that looks like I could eat that, and I would enjoy it.
I enjoyed it very much right before we came on, dude. It was fucking delicious. Anyways,
I had some cheese fries. That was my dinner tonight. It was a half a bag of cheese fries Mike gave me. Those are good, by the way. I like hot fries better, but I learned that cheese fries aren't that bad.
Yeah, the cheese fries aren't bad either, but hot fries are better.
They're better.
Yeah. So CM Punk comes out, right? He interrupts John Laurinaitis and basically comes to the ring saying, nah.
Fucks this guy in the chat room. He says, you're not talking to two skinnier people in the world than Ryan Clark and Matt Boone. I mean, both of us need to eat cheeseburgers as like they're going out of style, and we're going to be anorexic losers for the rest of our lives.
Right. So Punk comes out and he's doing the na, hey, goodbye. You know, the whole spiel that he did.
He did the big song and he let other people sing the goodbye part, and yeah.
Right. And Laurinaitis said that he wouldn't take it personally and suggested that they put their differences aside and start over. So basically, this is Laurinaitis trying to suck up and say, you know, listen, my job's on the line tonight, and I'm sorry for the previous week's blah blah blah. Daniel Bryan comes out and he said that nobody cares about the feud between CM Punk and John Laurinaitis, and they talked about their match. Punk and Daniel Bryan talked about their match for later tonight, and they eventually shook hands. Where, if you know anything about Ring of Honor, it's the code of honor in ROH, where before and after a match you shake hands with your opponent, and they did a little reference to Ring of Honor last night on Monday Night Raw. We put that up on the website.
A little tip of the cap, yeah.
A little tip of the cap.
I still got that fucking song stuck in your head. And get ready, YouTube. In your head. Zombie. Hey. Yeah, I'm not going to do that part, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, keep it on. I'll listen to that while you talk about Raw. You still got it queued up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
DJ Ryan.
Hey. Sing it. Sing it.
Zombie,
hey. Alright, anyways.
Yeah, I'm no singer, man.
Alright, no doubt. You tried.
If I had a day job, I'd stick to it, believe me.
So, Sheamus comes out after this and basically says that, you know, he won the Royal Rumble on Sunday night. And he gets to now choose between CM Punk or Daniel Bryan's title at WrestleMania. And that was pretty much it, man. They ended the segment, and then that led us into Randy Orton defeated Dolph Ziggler. On paper, this looked really good. You had Wade Barrett up from in a luxury box, and Josh Matthews is up there with him.
That was something different, yeah.
Right. What else? Brodus Clay defeated another jobber, and Tyler Rex played the role of jobber this week. You ever notice? I mean, WWE's doing this new thing on Wednesday. Tomorrow they're going to launch a new YouTube channel. And we should talk about this, man.
I didn't hear about this. What's going on?
They're launching 9 different shows. Dolph Ziggler's going to have a show. They're actually taking Zack Ryder's show. Zack Ryder has built this fan following over on his YouTube page, right? And the problem I have with it is Ryder, I mean, listen, I know that Ryder has WWE exposure. He's on television on a week-to-week basis. But he's the one that originally created this YouTube account and started making these videos. And then people started noticing, and they eventually took it to a role on TV. And tomorrow, WWE is launching a YouTube channel where, you know, they're going to have exclusive shows. And Zack Ryder's show is moving over to the official WWE account. And listen,
he builds his own audience, he builds his own credibility, and then they steal it and make it a WWE show.
And then they steal it and make it a WWE show. And that's not to say that, you know, he won't still have his followers and everybody on his YouTube account, unless they make him shut it down. And that would be real fucked up, man, if they made him shut it down and redirect it to, you know, the WWE YouTube. I mean, that would just be ridiculous.
That would be bullshit. But also, there was a list that came out of the top 25 most followed wrestlers on Twitter.
Right.
And it was a lot of huge names. And then, like, just mysteriously, Zack Ryder's mixed in there. So he's got his own Twitter follower. So let's say he gets fired, he could reopen a brand new YouTube channel and just plug it on Twitter, and he would still have his fans. So he'd be all right.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, and you're right, because he's got the Twitter account, and all he'd need to do is plug it, like you said. So it'll be good. Anyways, but Dolph Ziggler's going to have a show. You notice, I mean, where I'm going with this is Tyler Rex came out with a show a couple weeks ago, or a month or two ago, right? And it was like a cartoon. And eventually, I mean, these videos stopped. I mean, they just abruptly ended, man. And obviously, WWE management told them, listen, enough of this crap. This is ridiculous. This is horrible. But they had him come out and job out to Brodus Clay last night on Raw. You don't see Tyler Rex's new show over on WWE's new YouTube channel that's going to debut tomorrow.
Probably not.
Wonder why, right? Daniel Bryan defeated CM Punk by disqualification. What else happened on Raw?
Well, Jericho interfered. That's why. You got to mention that.
Right, Jericho came out and interfered, and they set up the feud between Chris Jericho and CM Punk. That's going to happen at WrestleMania. Like we talked about earlier, you know, both of those guys are going to be in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view on in a couple weeks here. So they'll be able to hold that off until after WrestleMania, or until at WrestleMania after the Elimination Chamber. Kofi Kingston defeated The Miz. R-Truth was on commentary here.
I liked R-Truth on commentary, by the way. I thought he was pretty good.
Yo, on commentary last night he was fine. But the in-ring segments that he's had in recent weeks is, I mean, you talk about douche chills, man.
I haven't seen him. I skipped past those. He's a little Jimmy.
Oh, my God. It is brutal, dude. It is brutal to watch him. But last night on commentary, you're right. It wasn't all that bad. Probably because his role was much more limited, you know, on commentary.
He doesn't have a scripted promo when he's on commentary. They probably just give him some points to hit. And when he's got a promo, like, oh, you got to say this and you got to say that, and it's fucking corny.
Eve Torres jobbed out to Beth Phoenix. As of last word, there were plans to do Beth Phoenix versus Karma at WrestleMania. And my thoughts going into that, I mean, last night it was a complete squash, and it was Eve Torres. But it looked like that was a way to try to build up Beth Phoenix, and we'll see if that continues in the coming weeks.
She's the white monster, Karma's the black monster, and you got two big bitches going at it.
Right, and I think they may try to build her up and make her look, you know, kind of like a dominant force.
Like China.
Right, going into WrestleMania. We'll see if that continues in the coming weeks, where she just goes out there and squashes other divas, but see what happens. It was interesting that Eve Torres was the one that got squashed last night, though.
Well, I think that was just so they could set up the Kane thing afterwards, right?
Right, where he popped up on screen or appeared.
Yeah, he was on the Titantron.
Right.
He came out
and then, what, the final segment was Triple H and...
You skipped the whole thing. He came out and showed up behind her in the ring, and then Cena came out to make the save, and they got into a big fucking thing. Cena hit him with the stairs, all this and that, and yeah.
Right, went to hit him with the FU through the announce table, and Kane escaped and left through the crowd. You're right.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, it was John Laurinaitis came out for the final segment. He claimed that Raw ratings have been up from a year ago under his control, which, God, the Raw rating came out today, man, and it was 3.6, which is crazy, dude. It jumped up 0.4 of a point last night. It still fell in hour number 2, though. Triple H eventually comes out, right, and... you know, basically says that Laurinaitis has just completely fucked up since he's been gone, and just as he was about to fire him, Taker's...
just as he was about to make him join the Kiss My Ass Club. Or no, he was about to do the Future Endeavor tagline, and then right when he was going to say, we wish you the best in your future, dong,
right.
Taker's gong hit.
Taker's gong hit, and Taker came to the ring. They had a stare down. Taker looked up at the WrestleMania 28 logo, which was on the ceiling, to basically say, let's do it again at WrestleMania.
And he looked at him and did the throat slashing thing, and then here's the part I thought was clever, and let me see what you think about this. I'll let you answer first, because I got a very definite opinion.
Right.
And it's going to be me looking way too into something very small, but this is what I think about it, and I'll let you say first. Triple H pats Undertaker on the back and kind of just looks at him like, yeah, whatever, and then walks away. What did you think of that? What did that mean?
What did it mean?
Yeah.
Well,
why did they do that part afterwards?
To say that you've already beat me once at WrestleMania, why do it again? Or to keep people tuned in the following week to see what Triple H's response is going to be next week on Raw. Is he going to take the match? Is he not going to take the match?
I think my opinion is Triple H is kind of saying, hey man, you're getting old and I don't think you can do it anymore. I know you never lose at WrestleMania, but I think this year you might be biting off more you can chew. You're a little too old, and you don't have it anymore, kind of thing. I think that's what it meant.
Well, I thought, you know what?
Like, you poor bastard. Like, yeah, I know you're supposed to win at WrestleMania, but yeah, you don't have it anymore, man.
All right.
Not anymore.
Well, obviously we didn't know that Triple H was coming back, or that The Undertaker was coming back on Raw last night. All right. We knew that he was coming back before WrestleMania, so you would have to do it, you know, probably right before or right after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. They brought him back last night. I don't even know where I was going with this. They brought him back last night, and obviously they're going to do the match at WrestleMania. But going into Raw last night, I thought that Triple H was going to come out, and you knew, I mean, we had been reporting for a couple weeks now that Triple H versus The Undertaker was going to happen at WrestleMania. So I thought Triple H was going to come out last night, and then in the main event segment with John Laurinaitis was basically going to say, you know what, dude, you've been doing a great job. I agree with everything, and that would have immediately turned Triple H heel, and then you would have had a face Undertaker coming in, so you would have a heel and a face at WrestleMania. But you just brought up the point where if Triple H goes out there and says next week, you know, like you said, you know, listen, you're getting old, blah, 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 I don't think you're going to do it, Triple H will probably still become a heel that way.
I don't think you need to have a heel. Like last year, there was no heel in the match, right? It was just I don't think it's important if there's a heel or a face. The same way as, like, 2 years in a row with Shawn Michaels Undertaker. There was no heel, really.
Yeah, but you're gonna
last year there was no heel. I think the streak is such a big thing at this point. There doesn't have to be the traditional heel face. It's like, can this top star beat Undertaker at WrestleMania or not? And that's it.
Yeah, but you've already got, I mean, obviously we know the crowd reaction in Miami for Cena Rock, right? But it looks like they're both gonna go in to WrestleMania as the face, Cena and Rock, right? So why do it twice? Why do it again with Triple H and The Undertaker, have a face?
Because I think that it's not, I don't even think people look at that, and I don't even think they notice, like, they're all just two baby faces. Like, I don't even think it crosses their brain. I think it's just, it's all about, is this guy gonna break the streak? They don't even consider, like, wait a minute, oh, it's two baby faces. I don't even think they care. Like, it just doesn't even cross their mind.
I think Triple H goes face or goes heel before WrestleMania.
That would be the smarter way to do it, because it would. But I don't know. Like, I think it would be more creative to do what I was saying and be like, listen, man, you're getting old, and you know, I don't want to be the guy to end the streak only because you're too old to do it anymore. But you're challenging me, and you know, I'll beat your ass if you want. But you know, you should retire with your undefeated streak. Don't risk it, man. You're too old. You're too beat up. You're an old man that won't sit down. I get it, but you don't got it anymore, bro. Like, it's a more creative approach. Yeah,
but I think if he comes out and says that next week, people are going to boo that. Because people aren't going to boo The Undertaker. You know what I mean? And I think Triple H comes out and says, listen, dude, I respect you, but you're old and you don't have it. As soon as he says that, people are going to automatically boo and say, wait a minute, dude, we like Taker. You know what I mean? Taker still got it. Taker's going to take you out of wrestling.
Yeah, but no, Triple H is being sympathetic about it, though. Like, listen, man, I don't want to do it, but like the same way Shawn Michaels didn't want to beat Ric Flair and retire him.
Right.
Shawn Michaels wasn't a heel for saying, like, all right, I'm going to retire you, blah, blah, blah. But he was doing it in a way like, listen, man, I feel bad. I don't want to be the guy to do it, but you're challenging me, all right, you know? And I don't, you know.
Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, you just brought up Shawn Michaels, and I think they're going to bring him in, like we talked about earlier, to be, you know, a special referee, guest referee or something like that, and then that would set up, if they wanted to, you know, towards the end of the match, is Shawn Michaels going to be a fair ref, or is he going to screw somebody? And if Triple H is a heel, and he screws the heel, then you would have something between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Not that Shawn would do another match, but it would build off the DX storyline from years ago. You know what I mean, dude?
Or you could do the thing like, go the storyline route I just said with Triple H feeling bad that he's got to beat the Undertaker streak, blah, 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 because he's old. And then during the match, Shawn Michaels, because he holds a grudge against Taker for retiring him, super kicks him, gives Triple H the win, and then Triple H finds out after the fact that he didn't really win. Shawn Michaels cheated for him, and then they got a feud between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. But there's a million ways they could go. That's the good part about it.
Well, it's the good part, but it's the bad part, because you know they're going to fuck it up, dude. You know what I mean? When
That's the other thing, yeah. It's so easy to do that how are they going to overdo it and make it fucking watered down?
They will overdo the shit out of it, dude. And it's so easy. It's right there. I mean, you could go a number of different ways, and they will find some way to fuck everything up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Who knows?
We'll see.
You know,
that was Raw, though. I would give it a B plus. I think it was really good.
I'll give it a D minus.
D minus?
A D minus.
There's no such thing.
Oh, there's not?
No, there's no such thing as a D- or a D+.
Okay, then we'll go a B+.
All right, B+, I'll take it.
All right, a B+, no doubt. All right, oh, get out of here with that shit.
You wait long enough, it's funny again.
Yeah, well, that one was all right, and it was kind of sly too, dude. It wasn't like a long drawn out one, dude.
I didn't think it would translate over the air. I didn't think nobody would hear it.
It was kind of like a puff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was like a squirter.
Yeah. All right, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Come on, let's get 100, man. We're at 93 right now, or 90. What are we at? 90.
Is there a counter? How do you know how many's in there?
You go to the rooms, see the tab over on the right, yeah, and then hit the. See it?
91. Okay, I see it. No shit, I didn't think you could do that.
See that? No doubt.
All right.
91.
I always check the stream to see how many was listening, but.
So let's get to 100, man. WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. We're also going to take live phone calls. We've only got one open line, so if you hear somebody on here, just wait until we hang up with them and then give us a call. It's 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. One more time, 518-712-3070. We're going to do the Facebook rapid fire as well. Here we go. Some people coming in the chat. WZROnline.com/chat. I don't think the phone lines are working right now.
No phone line. You want to do the rapid fire now and then take callers? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll wait for phone calls.
Do we have any rapid fire yet? Is people putting submissions in, as you will, or?
Well, let's go check that out right now. Until we get
check it out, and if you want to add some submissions while we're doing it, before it's too late, you head over to Facebook.com, and in the top navigation, you do a search for Ryan Clark WZR, or Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. WZR Radio Rapid Fire with Matt Boone, and this man, Ryan Clark.
Why is the phone number not working?
Is it not working? How would I possibly know? I don't know, but I guess it's not working. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's working. I don't know. Let me. I'm gonna give it a try on my cell phone right now. 518-712-3070. Yeah, it works. Anyways.
I got an idea. Let's see how this works. Hold on.
All right. So here we go. You want to do rapid fire?
Let's do rapid fire.
Alrighty, here we go. Jonathan McDonald, do you think Taker will show up next week? What are you doing?
I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, I see you. What's up? What are you calling me? You want me to answer this? What do you want?
Go ahead and answer.
Hello, Matt Boone.
Hi, I was wondering. Oh, shit, never mind.
Of course it's
going to do like a little kid call. I was wondering, what do you think The Rock is going to do at WrestleMania?
Yo, your boy, Alistar Overeem, or however you say it, got arrested.
If you want to say it correctly, he got arrested after beating Brock Lesnar for assault and battery. You know, the guy's name we're talking about is Alistar Overeem.
He got arrested for assault and battery for beating Brock Lesnar, he says. That's good.
No, after beating up Brock Lesnar, he got arrested for assault and battery.
Well,
some woman or something at a club or something.
Right, he probably should have got arrested for assault and battery on Brock Lesnar.
He probably should have, because it was a mugging in the cage.
It was definitely a mugging. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, I was thinking about Undertaker. If he retires... Okay. Well, when he retires, will we give him a send-off like we did for Edge or Ric Flair?
Come on, dude.
Yeah, he's Australian. He's got the Australian accent. You know what I mean?
It sounded like he was smothered with a pillow while he was talking. Here, let me do an impression.
No.
If we think this fight's gonna end or not, I was wondering.
So
like he was smothered with a pillow.
He wants to know about the Undertaker. You ever? I notice all your impressions. I just no-sell you, dude. I no-sell you. I think
but the chat loves it, so I do it for them.
Yeah, but the chat is only a very small percentage of our viewers.
It's 93 people in there right now.
Yeah, I think it's
entertaining the core audience.
I think it's so corny, dude. You're just corny sometimes.
You don't have the same sense of humor as me. I'm an asshole sense of humor.
Yeah, it's corny, dude. It's corny. Anyways.
Attack mode.
So he wants to know about The Undertaker retiring. Listen, are they going to give him a send-off like Ric Flair and Steve Austin and people like that? Yeah, they are. I mean, Taker's one of those names that when he retires, he'll be given a proper send-off. And, it may be a thing similar to Ric Flair, where he'll have a match, and then they'll do the Hall of Fame thing. They'll do it all on one weekend. And
I gotta disagree with you, man.
Oh, disagree.
I think The Undertaker's a different kind of character, and he's more traditional. I don't think he would want a big fucking goodbye. I think he would just quietly, either lose his streak and disappear, or win his streak and that's it. I don't think it would be a big celebration, retirement, that kind of thing. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, and listen, as far as when he's going to retire, I would say he's got this WrestleMania. They could end it on this WrestleMania. It would make it 20-0, a nice even number, right? 20-0. It just sounds good. You know what I mean? But,
or 19-1 and pull a huge fucking swerve, because Triple H has already lost to Undertaker twice at WrestleMania before. Once last year and then once at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, but listen, Taker's going to be the type of guy that if anybody's going to end that streak, it's going to be a young guy, man. It's going to be somebody that's going to be the future.
Unless he's passing the locker room leader torch to Triple H now.
No, listen, Taker's going to be there as an agent probably for the rest of his life, you know what I mean? He'll come and go, and they'll be...
I'm saying, he could be giving Triple H the torch saying, you're the new veteran of the company. You're the long-standing, you've been here forever kind of guy. You're that guy.
Nah, there's no way Triple H beats him. No way. No way.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
Every year there's enough, maybe,
And it never happens. And it never happens. And it'll never happen.
Does.
It'll never happen. Listen, the streak will never end. There's no point in ending the streak unless it's to put over somebody that's the future of the company. And Triple H...
Agreed.
Triple H is not that guy. Backstage, obviously, he's that guy. But as far as in-ring and the next big thing in WWE, Triple H is getting up there in age too, so he's not going to be...
Yeah, he don't have much longer left himself, I don't think. I think he's going to be more of a Vince McMahon type soon.
Right, in a backstage role, the guy that takes over the company. But no, I don't. The streak never ends, and I think Taker's got probably this year and then maybe 1 or 2 more years at WrestleMania left. And then that'll be it for him.
I think this is it this year.
You think so? 20-0, it would make sense.
I think this is it. Either 20-0 or they do the big swerve 19-1 and just fuck everybody's head up. But yeah, I think this is it this year.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Clark Boone, what's going on, man? It's King of Kings 2686, a.k.a. Joe from Westchester. What's going on, guys?
King of King 2626, a.k.a. Joe from Westchester. What's up?
What's up, guys? What's going on? Nah, I just want to let you know, Royal Rumble, worst I've ever seen, man. Swear to God, the worst I've ever seen. 2, think about this one. Do you think that WWE would ever go the route of having a triple threat match at WrestleMania? Be Jericho, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan, double title, make Jericho the undisputed champion again.
That would be a fucking great idea if they did that. I love that idea.
Well, somebody brought up, without Jericho being there, they could do Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, but then they did that match on Raw last night, so it's not special anymore, you know what I mean? Where they could have hyped that up, first time ever, world champion versus WWE champion, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, and then they just kind of gave it away for free on Raw last night. But you throw Jericho into the mix.
There's no title on the line, though. He's saying unify the title, the same way they did back in the day when they had the WCW title, the WWE title, and Rock held one, Austin held one. Jericho was in the match, and he beat them both in the same night to become the first ever undisputed champion.
Right.
Do that again with Daniel Bryan's world title, CM Punk's WWE title, and have Jericho unify him and be the second ever undisputed champion. I like the idea, but I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah, that would be awesome, but there's so many guys coming back to SmackDown like we talked about earlier, so many main event guys that they're going to do separate title matches at I love the idea. They're just going to
do it for house shows, for TV, not so much pay-per-views, but...
Yeah, I mean, listen, like Boone said, it involves house shows and, SmackDown brand and Raw brand shows.
Overseas tours, shit like that. They need a world champion everywhere they go.
You need a world champion on every show, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. So, and there's no plans to end the brand extension anyway. So, it's a good question though. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey guys, it's Chris from New Jersey. I just had a question. We're getting closer to WrestleMania, obviously, but how do you think they're going to play out John Cena and The Rock? Because somehow John Cena has to win over the fans, if not at the WrestleMania match itself, just in general. Because remember, they're going to be in Miami, so obviously John Cena is going to win. I mean, I hope he doesn't, but it's going to happen. But they're going to be in Rock's hometown. So how do you think he's going to win over the fans? Thanks.
I think they could go the other way. Like, they're doing this build with Kane now where they want him to embrace the hate. Maybe WrestleMania is where he finally embraces it.
I mean, he's got to go. I mean, listen, I think they're going to go in. They're gonna go into WrestleMania with John Cena basically acting as the face but getting boos and cheers. They're gonna go into Mania with that mixed reaction, and then of course it's in Miami, so Cena's gonna get booed out of the building. But after WrestleMania, I mean, let's say that John Cena wins the match. People are going to boo him out of the building. And then maybe, like Boone just said, maybe he embraces the hate at WrestleMania, right? And then that's where the heel turn happens. It happens at WrestleMania. And then the following night on Raw, you start the John Cena heel turn. And it goes in, well, you started at WrestleMania, and then it carries over to Raw and then the weeks after. But you would think eventually they've got to, man. And you know that they don't want to do it, man. It's like they've teased it so many times, and it's like they just don't want to turn this guy heel. And I think the fans are finally starting to say, listen, dude, no matter what you do. I mean, they've got him in a feud with Kane right now, who's like this monster. And last night on Raw, or at the
beating up girls, they're giving him the hot baby face of the moment, Zack Ryder to beat up. Like, they're doing everything to make Kane the worst prick in the world. And they still boo Cena.
And they cheered Kane at the Royal Rumble or on Raw last night, dude. People were popping as he was going after Eve. They're doing everything that they possibly can, like Boone said, to get people to cheer John Cena, and it's just not happening. So eventually, you would think that they've got to turn this guy heel, and WrestleMania makes sense, man. In Miami, turn John Cena heel. Dude would get booed out of the building, dude. You carry it over on Raw the following night, and then you've got a major shakeup. You've got all new storylines, and that's what they like to do anyways after WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the culmination of a lot of storyline feuds. The night after WrestleMania, you start the John Cena heel turn, and you've got a whole new ball game on Raw with John Cena being a heel.
And the way you said, like, they cheered Kane, he's this big dastardly monster, they're booing Cena, but I think it's time for a change in an era. The same way they did it in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the biggest heel in the world, and he got over as a babyface. What started the CM Punk thing? He was being the biggest prick heel in the world. I'm leaving, fuck you, I'm out of here, and he did a bunch of shit talking, and it got over like crazy. I think the fans are liking the edgy stuff again, the way they did in the Attitude Era. I mean, CM Punk, if you isolate his promos and nobody that doesn't know anything about wrestling, they would think he's a bad guy the way he talks. He talks so much shit, he mocks everybody, and they love it. They love it. So I think it's time to get rid of the corny fucking baby faces like Cena, turn his ass heel. That's what they wanted. They want to boo him, let him boo him, and give him what they want.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
What do you think they're going to do with Ziggler for WrestleMania?
It's a good question.
That's a good one. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. They got to put him somewhere near the high mid spot, but who do you match him against? Like, what do they do? I don't know.
Brad in the chat room and Let's See in the chat room, maybe Money in the Bank. They're doing Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, so they could probably.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Unless he wins it, he doesn't really stand out in Money in the Bank. If he wins it, that makes sense.
Yeah, have him win it. You know what I mean?
There you go. I'll take it.
Yeah, no doubt. If he's their next big guy, have him win the Rumble or Money in the Bank. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can I throw a UFC question at you guys?
Do it.
All right. A lot of people are saying that Frankie Edgar should drop down to 145 and face Jose Aldo. Do you guys agree?
I absolutely agree. Frank Edgar is very undersized at lightweight. It's a great super fight. There's really no super fight. I mean, who the hell is Jose Aldo going to fight? Or Jose Aldo going to fight at this point? There's no names left. They're saying his next opponent might be Dustin Poirier. Who? Exactly. But if you do Jose Aldo Frankie Edgar, it's a fair fight because they're both the same size. It's a super fight because it's champion versus champion. It opens things up in the lightweight division. There's enough big names in the lightweight division where a new star like Clay Guida or somebody could be champion. That works just fine. It works on a bunch of different levels, and I think eventually they will do that.
Anything else, man?
No, that's about it. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, a couple more phone calls, guys. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. You can also check us out in the live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Man, we cannot hit that 100 people tonight, man. We're about 5 or 6 away.
Not going to happen. We're stuck at 93. It's not budging, though. They're all chilling and talking.
Hello, Jackie?
Hello. I was pretty shocked by Undertaker coming back last night. I thought he was coming back until, like, the beginning of something.
No, we told you before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view that Taker would be back. And not only that, but he was the backup plan for Chris Jericho if they couldn't reach a deal. And obviously that happened. But he's back, and now we're going to have Triple H versus Taker at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Okay, that would be another good match, but... my friend was asking me today if Brock Lesnar was coming back to WWE, and I'm like, I have no clue. I was asking you guys tonight. My friend Nick's always asking me, is Brock Lesnar going to come back now? And I'm like, I don't know. Wait and see.
Well, we have our resident MMA UFC expert, Matt Boone, on the line to answer your call.
I mean, that's more of a wrestling question, though. I mean, he's done in MMA now. But I would say he made so much damn money in the UFC, and he likes being alone in the woods in Minnesota. I'd say next year, WrestleMania time, they might talk him into it, like a big, one-time, big-ass money kind of match or something. Maybe Undertaker still wants to go, do that finally. Otherwise, eventually he's coming back. You can assume at some point down the road you'll see him on your WWE TV again. It's just a matter of when. But I would say definitely not this year, maybe next year, and if not next year, eventually sometime down the line you'll see him.
eSharp55 in the chat room wants to know if you're hot, Jackie.
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm a very nice girl. I'm not going to answer that question. Tell him I'm a very nice girl.
That's the answer. Nice anyways.
All right. So if you're not hot, are you sexy?
I'm not going to answer that either.
Are you cute?
I'm cute and adorable, but that's all I'm going to say. So.
Are you nice?
Yes, I'm very nice. Ask my friends, ask my family, ask my teachers.
Do you got any friends around that I could ask real quick?
No. Half of my friends pretty much live out in East Point.
Okay.
A lot of my friends, because I live out in Chesterfield. And I only get to see them at school every once in a while. I'll get together with a couple of them and we'll go do something together.
We'll have to go out for a soda sometime, Jackie.
If I'm ever in New York with my family.
Oh, sounds like a plan. Yeah. Can't wait.
So what's going on for SmackDown Elimination Chamber? Who's going to be in that?
We're going to find out tonight at the SmackDown tapings.
My money is on either...
Wah, 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 wah.
Did you hang up on her?
That's it.
Yes, if she's sexy, she said, I'm a very nice girl. I said, that's your answer.
She wouldn't do hot, sexy, cute. She wouldn't do any of that.
She answered it when she said, I'm not going to answer that. I'm a very nice girl. I said, that's your answer.
I'll find out. I'll take her out for a soda one of these times. I'll find out.
Did you get her a soda when you bought everybody sodas?
I don't remember sending one to Jackie.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's go to Facebook. She's entertaining, dude. Come on, man. That's like the highlight of WZR Radio.
She rolls with the punches too, man. I'd be so pissed if I was her by now. Even I feel bad when you do that shit to her, but it's funny, I guess.
Yeah, where's the plug the Facebook real quick.
We're doing rapid fire. Everybody check out Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR, or as Ryan pointed out earlier in the show, you can go to Facebook.com and do a search in the top navigation for Ryan Clark WZR. Over there, you'll see a post, rapid fire. Give us your questions, your comments, your feedback. We're going to answer them quick one-line answers. You still got some time. Get them over there. And also, I'm pretty sure we'll have a post up at some point before the end of the show where you can just give us general feedback on the show as a whole. But right now, rapid-fire questions. It's wrestling questions, UFC questions, questions about us, questions about soda, questions about reneging on bets.
Let me play something for Jackie real quick. This is for you, Jackie.
Next question, Jeff. Where are you? Right there.
Yeah. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all.
Really?
For all you've done to me.
Hey!
It's still real to me, damn it!
Hey!
Damn it! Still real to me, 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 damn it!
Yeah, buddy.
She's the female version of that. She's really passionate about her wrestling. She does not play.
That's so awesome, dude.
I just want to say I was really shocked to see Undertaker come back last night. I couldn't believe it.
We love you, Jackie. All right, here we go. Rapid fire. Here we go. Jonathan McDonald, do you think Taker will show up next week? Yes.
Taker show up next week?
On Raw, yes.
Oh, I would assume so, yeah. I know he's booked for the February 20th Raw.
Yeah, he's back full time. I mean, the return last night was, he'll be back full time to hype the angle. James Miner in the chat room, or James Miner on Facebook. Clark is a big prick, no doubt. Jason, Stone Cold James, Diaz versus Condit. Who you got? Diaz. James Miner again, and Boone, please stop drinking.
I did.
Agreed. Muhid Mudgeman Miha, do you think Kane versus Taker will be Taker's last match?
No.
No. Daniel Oliver, Pepin, Boone need to have respect for the caller. Agreed.
No.
Agreed. Joseph.
After he shits on Jackie, get out of here.
Joseph Smith. She's the only one that I do that to. You know what I mean? Everybody
you're allowed
else.
to pick which ones you shit on. I'm not.
Well, you shit on 90% of the callers, dude, so it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean?
Fart.
Joseph Smith, do you think Matt Hardy will ever return to WWE as an active wrestler?
Yes.
Never say never. Jonathan McDonald, get off Boone. He's the man.
Agreed.
Don't agree. Sucks. Seamus Ireland, do you think, do you talk about TNA at all anymore? Well, we run down pay-per-views. That's about it.
Yeah.
If you want to talk TNA, just call up. Just ask us a question about
TNA. I told you before, TNA airs, what? The day after we do it. 2 days after we do it. Yeah, it's by the time we roll around to Tuesday again, the damn show's so old, it's like, well, what are we talking about?
I mean, if there's ever a breaking story regarding TNA, and we do the TNA, the pay-per-view recap. So, I mean, we talk TNA, there's a lot more WWE news than there is TNA. But if you want to talk TNA, just call up and ask. Robert Carmichael, 2 questions. Beth versus Karma, do you think it's going to be the best Diva match in history?
No.
No. And in April, Rashad Evans versus John Jones. Who do you think is going to win for the title? Jones.
Think about that.
Hobart, Collins. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. But
it is tougher than people think. Rashad's better than people think, but I think Jones gets him.
Yeah, Jones. I'll take Jones. Bet you $100.
No, I won't bet against that, no.
All right. Hobart Collins. Who really deserves the WWE Hall of Fame? Mike Tyson or Chuck Norris?
Tyson.
Chuck Norris is the man, dude. You can't go against Chuck Norris.
What's he got to do with WWE, though?
Really nothing, dude, but Chuck Norris, bro. Come on. It's fucking Chuck Norris. Get out of here.
Want to fight Chuck Norris or Mike Tyson, both in their prime.
Oh, come on, Mike Tyson.
Street fight, not boxing.
Mike Tyson. Chuck Norris in a street fight? No doubt.
A street fight? I don't know. I'd say Mike Tyson.
Chuck Norris is the man. Chuck Norris is awesome. Poe Joshua Tupua. What WrestleMania surprises would you like to see? I don't know, man. An Austin, maybe Steve Austin.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, yeah. Clinton Bowden, is there going to be another boring Undertaker versus Triple H match again this year? Yes.
No, boring. It was amazing last year. What do you mean boring?
It was a great match, but there's going to be a match between Triple H and Undertaker this year at WrestleMania, yes.
That's the third time. That's kind of boring, I guess.
Padawan Albert Scott, Boone needs to work on his comedy approach.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Agreed.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Fuck whoever that guy's name was.
William Havens, how's the tacos? Fucking amazing. I bet you wish you had some.
Why don't you mail everybody tacos with their sodas next time?
Get out of here. Ryan Shoptaw, Evan Bourne, Rehab. Also, a little bit about the relationship between Dixie Carter and Hulk Hogan after that cryptic tweet. Dixie and Hogan are apparently on good terms. Just went overseas and worked the UK tour, actually wrestled the match, so apparently everything is smoothed over. Evan Bourne in rehab. All we know is what was said by Lillian Garcia's husband last night on the after show, after Raw. He says that he is in rehab, and if so, that's just a last-ditch effort to save his job, as we put on the website. Jonathan McDonald, boy, the same ones over and over. When is Goldust versus Cody Rhodes happening?
Eventually.
Probably Elimination Chamber. Let me get some new ones. Seamus Island, will you talk wrestling only in hour number 2? Listen, we like to have fun, man. We mix it up, wrestling, whatever, man. It's a fun show.
There's no such thing as rules on a radio show. You talk about whatever's topical. If something comes up, you talk about it. You roll with the punches. That's the radio.
Matthew Perez, Triple H versus The Undertaker, and HBK distracts The Undertaker and makes Undertaker lose. Prediction.
I'll put a percentage on it because I can't go 100% either way. I'll say there's more than a 50% chance of that happening.
I will say that there's way less than a 50% chance of that happening. Shawn Michaels, the special guest referee, no doubt agree with that. Taker streak, it never ends.
Maybe, yeah, I like what Dum said in the chat. HBK distracts Triple H instead.
Maybe
on accident, but like cost them the match either way.
Kristen Glenn Webb, have you ever thought about doing a show on pay-per-view nights? Way too busy. Way too busy. Impossible. Way too busy. Christopher Brown, Ryan, are we going to be continued to be tortured with Laurinaitis' boring, pathetic ass until WrestleMania? Probably. Looks like, well, I mean, we'll see what happens next week. Is he fired? Is he done? It seemed like Triple H was going that route, and now it looks like Triple H has got other business that he's got to take care of next week on Raw. Triple H versus Undertaker, so we'll see what happens.
My prediction is they just dropped the whole thing, and just like Triple H being COO, like, he even referenced as he came out as COO and said he got fired because he let personal stuff get in the way. But yeah, he's still the COO. So did he get fired or did he not get fired? What? Like, it's so goddamn confusing. I could have sworn he was no longer COO, and then every once in a while when they need him, he's COO. But as COO last night, he referenced that he got fired from being COO. That was weird.
Seamus Ireland, will you get Boone as a guest host sometimes on your daily radio show?
I'll call in a lot. I mean, I might do the damn show with you. I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
He didn't ask your opinion. He asked if I was going to get you as a guest host sometimes, and I'm going to say no. Fuck him.
Okay. Good. That's less work.
Boone ain't shit, dude. Fuck him. I don't want him on my daily radio.
Yeah, he's going to beg me every day. Come on, man. Let's just hop on and talk for a minute.
Hover Collins, what do you think about Rock King? I love it, man. The videos are online. The crowd, I mean, especially that crowd, it's awesome. Have you seen that yet or no?
No, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. The India shit?
Yeah, right.
No, I've never seen it.
Ron Poole, how long does it take for my ass to stop acting after that raping it took Sunday night? I got raped for $60 when I ordered that crap. Talking about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I agree.
It'll take 2 weeks, 1 week with cream.
1 week with cream, he says. All right. Maurice Enriquez, why aren't we being treated to a weekly updates from bitter and angry Del Rio in order to reestablish him as a vicious, dirty heel? Good question. That was cool with Ricardo Rodriguez in the Royal Rumble on Sunday night.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
Acer, this thing is a mile long, bro. I gotta skip this, dude. What little one-liners, man. Mike McGrath, Brian, Hulk Hogan, you fat bastard. Okay.
Question? I don't know what that means.
Hulk Hogan, you fat bastard. Omar Luciano with the reaction Ricardo Rodriguez got Sunday night. Do you think a star was born at the Royal Rumble? No, it was a one-time thing. It was a surprise. Ryan Ennis, Boone is God.
Agreed.
AJ Clark, Ryan Clark's biggest fan. Why have Taker versus Triple H for the third time? You'd have to ask WWE and Vince McMahon that, my man. John Colvin, is this Ryan Clark? Who is that?
Yes.
Who is that jackass on the radio with you with 2 likes?
Oh, that's me.
That's you. And that does it. We're out of here, man.
All right.
That's
a professional radio broadcast.
That's a professional radio broadcast, no doubt. Here's the deal, guys. Let me plug this one more time without you shitting.
Professional, get it.
Without you shitting all over it. The deal is I will be doing a 30-minute, 20 minutes to 30 minutes every single weekday. It's going to start up in about 2 weeks. Got to come up with a name. Probably won't have a name. It'll just be a live show.
The Daily Grind.
The Daily Grind. 4 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll run for about 20 minutes to a half an hour. It'll be me. We'll be running down the daily news. All the news on Monday. I'll come on. I'll run it down. Then we get out of here. Tuesday. I'll see you again Tuesday. We run down the news for Tuesday and so on. Monday.
Daily Dirt.
The Daily Dirt. I like that. There you go. Daily Dirt. So it's going to be Monday through Friday. There will not be an archive of this. So we're going to work on the time. Maybe we'll do it later in the evening, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock when people are out of school, people are out of work. There will not be an archive of this. It's going to be a daily show. If you miss it, you miss it. If you catch it, you catch it. You don't have to be there. like Tuesday night, everybody got to be here, right? It's WZR Radio. Everybody got to be here on Tuesday night. But if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. It's just a new feature trying to get people to come back to the website at a certain time. And I'll be here, as for right now, by myself. And maybe we'll get Matt Boone on here. Raj Giri, I'm talking to him about featuring it on his website and a bunch of other websites as well. So it's going to be a fun time, and we'll keep you guys posted. WZR Radio T-shirts were printed out earlier this morning, I believe, and should be shipped out by the end of this week. We're doing large, extra large, and 2XL. If you need a medium or a small, you're going to have to wait until the second batch comes in for that. Right now, we've only got large, extra large, and 2XL.
Yeah, I would need a medium. I wouldn't be able to wear the large.
Well, and 2XL, but keep in mind, shirts come a little bit smaller than what they say, so you may want to...
They shrink a little bit.
And they shrink a little bit, so you may want to go one size bigger, and we'll figure it out. Do the Facebook plug for feedback. Nobody left feedback last week, dude, and I told you
I think they all do it in the rapid fire, and they're like, that's good enough.
Right, well, submit feedback tonight.
Yeah, that's more questions. We need feedback, God damn it. What do you think of the show? Here's how you let us know. You go to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get there, there'll be a post that'll ask you what you thought of tonight's show. Was it good? Was it bad? Let us know. This is how we get better. If you liked it, this is what we do more of. If you don't like it, this is what we do less of. Matt Boone, Ryan Clark, we want to know. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
That does it. The post is up. We will see you guys. It's going to be a busy night, guys. We've got SmackDown spoilers. We're going to have live coverage on WZROnline.com. Make sure you check out WZROnline.com. I mean, I don't know where you guys are coming from, which websites, but WZR Online, it's got the news, it's got galleries. Boone's been doing a crazy job with galleries, just tons and tons of them up there. So you get everything, man. It's basically a one-stop shop where other websites don't have galleries. We do.
You got radio shows, galleries, you got news, you got interaction with the Twitter and the Facebook.
And all that, right. So if you want, women galleries and special features galleries and all the other websites link into WZROnline.com. So make that your home, you know what I mean, for pro wrestling news. That's what we're trying to do. And the website, I mean, we had 14,000 unique visitors yesterday for something like 70,000 page views, 75,000 page views. It's just crazy, man.
Vanity.
Yeah, it continues to grow. So make that your home, WZROnline.com. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time, WZROnline.com. For Matt Boone.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
That's him.
Saying see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.